people that like used to like bully me message me on like my OnlyFans or like Instagram or whatever, and they're like, I try to talk like dirty to me, and I'm like, all right, here's my rates for that, and they can't afford me, and I'm like, that's what.
Nicole, what the hell's going on?
Chilling like a villain. How about yourself?
Just enjoying a cigar, figuring out like, oh yeah, I got no Thanksgiving Day plans. I'm just gonna do this.
It's the way to do it,
right?
I mean, I kept forgetting that tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, Thursday. Then I'm like, oh wait, holiday. That's why there's traffic.
I love that we both booked this podcast for like Black Wednesday, which is like a big drinking holiday. We're both like,
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
Really? You didn't?
Every day is a big drinking holiday.
Fair. You are absolutely correct there.
Who needs a reason to destroy their liver? Cheers to that.
That, put my phone on silent like a professional that I pretend to be. Cheers.
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 I like the mug, glass.
It's Van Gogh. It's classy even.
Van Gogh.
What do you think of the Elijah Craig?
So good. Oh, I love whiskey.
When you're like, oh, whiskey or IPAs, I'm like, well, whiskey easily accomplished.
Yeah, like I said, I drink like either lumberjack or your granddad. That's my yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not an IPA fan, so it's just like an excuse to not bring IPAs into my house.
Fair.
Like, unless she's gonna kill like a 12er or something. You wouldn't be the first. It's okay.
I could, but to record it for YouTube is we don't know about beer like 11, 12.
Whatever. I'm not so worried about it. Literally, there have been episodes of the show where I'm like, did I save that? Fuck. There's been some pretty wet episodes of the show over the years.
I mean, now we drink.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's what we're here for.
Well, I think we're here to entertain people technically instead of just getting drunk together, but I
mean,
think we're going to accomplish both.
Fucking entertaining.
That's the goal. I mean, that is the goal.
Yeah.
Try to do both.
Are you entertained? I know we just started, but
30 seconds in. Are you hooked? Are you hooked already, mother?
Better be. Get ready.
Right? I made Nicole promise that she's going to keep her asshole in her pants.
It's a difficult feat, but I'll try.
Actually, I don't think I ever got confirmation that you were going to do that. I just asked. I asked that you wouldn't.
I won't.
Okay.
On camera.
We're on record. We're on record that she said she won't. Cool.
Yeah. On the way to the Uber, just...
I mean, that's between you, my neighbors, and the Uber driver.
Fair.
Like, as long as I don't have to do extra post-production work, I don't care. I'm not afraid of your asshole. I'm just afraid of post-work.
Valid. And can we talk about the, speaking of buttholes and Uber drivers, it's so overdone when people just use their boyfriends. They're like, I fucked my Uber driver. And I'm like, can we switch? This is like the new dishwasher or dryer thing or whatever. Like, can we not? It's her boyfriend. It's her neighbor.
Right?
It's not an Uber driver. I know it's a storyline, but it's played out.
What are we going to go back to banging the pizza man?
Yes. I never got to do that. That was before my time. Let's bring it back. I want some sausage on my pizza.
I mean, you could. You could just go do it.
I could just go do it.
You just literally have to order a pizza and then get someone else to fucking show up. Like, what? Your Uber Eats driver dresses like every other dude, so it's not like he even has to wear like a Domino's jacket anymore.
Fair.
Super easy work.
Yeah. Like, I could do that.
Like Nicole's like,
I'd get distracted. I would just eat the pizza and forget about the, yeah.
That would be horrible. You bring someone over to shoot a scene with, and you're just like, oh, yeah, we were supposed to, my bad.
I do have a tattoo of pizza on my neck. It's really ugly, but it's one of my favorites because it's so ugly. And I got it when I was vegan, and it's pepperoni pizza.
Why? Why? Okay.
I was hungry. I was like, oh, it's like, Dia fake meat pizza. I was hungry and I wanted another tattoo because I like how it feels. So he was like, how about a pizza? I was like, yeah, slap it on there. And then while he was doing it, he was like, you know what looks sick? I was like, what? If I outlined it in blue. So now I have moldy pizza on my neck for life. So,
I mean, you can get covered up or removed.
Nah, it's too funny.
I agree. Have you gotten over your veganism?
It lasted for 4 months, I think, because I don't like to cook. So when I was vegan, all I had was beer, pasta, and Oreos. It was not like a healthy vegan. It was, I mean, my diet now, but
Whatever. You got to enjoy life.
right? Life's too short. I love my carbs.
Right? Every person I know, for the most part, who's vegan or vegetarian, like, they're not healthy. A lot of my vegetarian friends like so much cheese in their diet.
Oh yeah, it's all just processed, so it's just chemicals. Like you're just eating a bunch of plastics.
So, string cheese, the unhealthiest of cheeses.
I mean, is there a healthy cheese though? Like, what would the healthiest cheese be?
Swiss, I believe.
Oh, I hate Swiss.
How can you hate Swiss?
Swiss is like the one cheese I don't like. I love every other cheese though. Like I just buy blocks of cheese and bite into it. Like I'm a disgusting cheese monster.
But you just like Swiss.
I don't like Swiss.
Nicole, I'm sorry. I got to call the show. Like, it was nice meeting you.
Actually, for breakfast, I just ate like burrata balls with my hands.
Nice.
I just picked them out of the container, but then they were falling apart. And then
I'm amazed you made it 4 months. I'm amazed that you made 4 months as a vegan. Then
I know it was tough.
Was it for a dude?
No, it's so I love animals. Like animal rescue is my passion, and I hate that I love that how they taste. Life's too short, and like I'm sorry, animals, but it just tastes good. I'm a hypocrite. I'll admit it. Whatever. Fuck it.
I don't think it's hypocritical. Because in nature, life eats life. Like that is part. What sucks is factory farming. Factory farming fucking blows.
Yeah, and that's 99.9% of all the. It's just a bunch of over raised and produced tortured animals, and I'm like, I don't want to taste the torture. Went to a dairy farm back in college for my animal science class, and that was interesting.
What happened?
I learned how to artificially inseminate a cow. I had like the glove and everything.
Does that help you on your current career?
I mean, it might with what I do to myself, but
like this is just like the cow.
Yeah, just.
I really hope that you're not as wide open as a cow. I hope.
I mean, I stay tight, but she's elastic. As tight as she goes, she opens right up.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just having a weird visual of like you with the glove all the way up to like your bicep. Just
no, I think the farthest I've gotten is like here.
Well, I meant just like the gloves you put on to.
Yeah.
I just have a visual of you fisting yourself with one of those gloves on.
I might have to do that. I'll get a little cow bikini. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, I'm doing it.
We're making magic here.
I think I have a cow bikini that I bought and haven't opened.
There you go.
Sweet, I'll do that tomorrow. My Thanksgiving plans. Stuff myself like a turkey, but also like a cow.
It's a little confusing, but people get the gist.
Yeah, farm.
Right? It's like, there's another animal getting stuffed. It's cool.
Right, Old MacDonald had a hoe. Yeah.
I mean, Old MacDonald was doing pretty well for himself. He's a landowner. He owns property. Like, not everyone gets to do that these days.
More than anyone can say nowadays.
Right?
I'm really hoping we have another depression so I can, like, be a homeowner.
I mean, you could. You're just not in LA. I'm sure you could buy something in fucking Wyoming. Do you want to live in Wyoming? Probably not so much.
The goal is Tennessee or North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, I want to own a bunch of land and run animal rescue for my home, like have like a whole farm and
nice.
Yeah,
like
that's the goal.
What part? Like near like the Appalachians in North Carolina, like North.
Not Appalachia because I like my life and I want my animals safe from people.
Fair.
But I don't know, just away from people. I just want to isolate with my animals. Just save all, like go to the kill shelters, rescue them all out, foster them from a home, have a little farm.
Aw.
Yeah, that's the goal. So I if they're never adopted, they always had a home with me. And they didn't get killed.
All the feed. It's a good goal. Yeah. It's definitely a good goal. It's not the goal I normally hear from people. It's like, yeah. I hear about like material things and you're like, no. I want to save a bunch of fucking animals.
I don't give a shit about material things. Like all my money, like my material possessions, it goes to my cats. I'm not even a cat person. They sent me into anaphylactic shock like 30 times. I'm so allergic to them.
But why do you have cats? Because
they needed a home. Okay. Do you want to hear a crazy story?
Always.
Okay. So I've been a dog person my whole life because I'm allergic to cats severely. I was a vet tech, so I learned a bit about cats, but not too much. One of my animal science classes in like the little message boards or whatever, they're like, hey, there's these 2 kittens. They're like 2 days old, left for dead, no other litter mates, no mom, like no nothing. We need someone that's gonna like bottle feed them, not separate them, give them a good life. And I was like, fuck these like snot-faced college kids. I don't trust them. I'm a cat mom now. So where I was living, I couldn't have cats. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, found a room to rent, and moved out just so I can rescue these animals that I was deadly allergic to. And I bottle fed them, and I was their first vet tech, and now they're like 3.5, and they're my babies.
You may be too nice of a person to be in this industry.
No, I'm a massive whore.
Oh.
It balances. I'm a filthy.
Well, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with being a filthy whore. That's not like a good gauge of character. Like, there are plenty of nice filthy whores out there.
Yeah.
This is
like, what's wrong with, like, you don't have to be mean to be inborn.
no.
There's some lovely folks.
There's plenty of lovely folks. Don't get me wrong. It's just like
Yeah.
it's a sliding scale. There's plenty of lovely folks, but that's like sainthood level. Like, oh yeah, abandon my current home to take in things that are trying to actively kill me. Like, that's another level.
I mean, I've literally had a rescue hamster. Like, if I'm able to rescue an animal, I will. I took it to the exotic vet and everything.
You're just about taking in strays.
Yeah, you should see my exes.
That was the joke I was going for.
Yep.
Never thought that we were just going to get into animal rescue like from the jump.
It's my passion.
It's good. I'm here to talk about it.
Other than being a whore.
Those are two, like, as long as you're not being a whore with the animals,
God, no.
there's nothing wrong with both those passions.
Death to anyone. Like, no.
Were you in at the point where like the controversy with that shit happened?
That's when I first got in.
Oh
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
It was
It was an introduction to the industry. I was like, is this how it is? Please no.
Thankfully that is not how it normally is.
Yeah, no, I realized that.
It's just like I was on a set when we heard about that. It was just like, the fuck?
Death.
Well, and what was mind-boggling to me was that people were doing it for like a couple $100 more than their regular boy-girl rate.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Like, the shit's filmed.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's gross as shit, but it's just like, if you're gonna potentially do something really gross, and
It's not great. It's evil. Like, it's not even gross. That's just straight up monster.
if you're gonna do a monstrous act, a gross act, and potentially hurt your career over this, you think you might want to do it for a little bit more than a couple hundred over your boy-girl rate.
Yeah, like, I can't even wrap my mind around that because I would literally rather kill myself than ever harm an animal. But I don't know. I'm just not evil. Just a decent human. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
They make those?
Right?
Oh my God. They make decent. No, I'm done. But we will run away from the horribleness. I just was curious if you were aware of that one.
Yeah, let's get out of that spiral. On another note.
On any other note. Like, where to segue this shit? Thanks, Matt. Thanks for bringing up the horrible right off the jump.
I mean, it started in positive. You just took it down real fast.
Welcome to the show.
This was just like elevator of doom of morals.
Oh, it's just full on free fall. I don't think it's an elevator of doom of morals because I'm not encouraging it.
Well, no. Like, just, yeah.
Yeah. I'm actively saying you should not do that.
Yes, actively. Let's make that clear.
Actively do not do that. Like, because I'm honestly one of these people, like, I feel worse about people being shitty to animals than I am humans.
Oh, of course, because, animals don't have any malintent. Like, they're just loving and genuine, and that's why I relate to them. Also, because I'm autistic as fuck. But like, when my therapist was diagnosing me, the second we got to the animals thing, he was like, I could have just diagnosed right there, but...
At what age were you diagnosed?
Like 2 years ago, maybe? And I'm so mad because, okay, so my therapist was like, yeah, there's 3 levels of autism. You hit the maximum marker for level 1. And I was like, hit me in the head. How do I level up? Make me level 2. Like, level me up. Like, you can't say I'm at the maximum marker for level 1. Like, because the tism in me is like, I need to level up.
Well, you get superpowers at level 2, right?
I think so.
Crazy math powers or some shit?
I was really good at science.
Mm.
Yeah. Got my degree in bio.
So we just got to, figure out a way to get you level 2.
Right?
But then once you're at level 2, won't you be like, I want to hit level 3?
Well, no, because then I couldn't care for my animals.
I mean, maybe you could.
No, I'm not sure exactly what level 3 entails, but I'm pretty sure it's like not functional as like by yourself. I don't know.
I can Google such things.
This
We can
is-
find out.
I don't know. Either way, I don't want to hit level. I want to be like just barely level 2, but like enough to where I'm not just level 1, you know? Like I want to be like, since I was the maximum marker for level 1, I want to be the minimum marker for level 2.
I'm trying to find out what level 3 means. Oh, yeah. You're requiring substantial support at level 3.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I figured if there's only 3 levels, the last one would be not ideal.
Yeah, it's nonverbal at that point.
Yeah, and I talk a lot.
Well, and that would be really just awkward for scenes.
Oh. Back on the rape again.
Oh, I didn't mean to take it. Oh, that's not, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But yeah, it's funny, like the levels of autism, like level 1, like me, you overshare everything, so you talk a shit ton. Like you can't shut the fuck up.
Perfect podcast.
Level
guys.
3, yeah. Then level 3, it's like you can't talk. So that's why I'm like level 2. I feel like that's the happy medium.
To be fair, it's nonverbal. It doesn't mean you can't consent. I am not condoning that you go out and sleep with level 3 people. Anyone. There's a lot of things I'm just not condoning tonight. I'm just like bringing them up and like, don't do that.
Let's switch things we do condone.
Okay. Sleeping with level 1 people.
Yes, all of them.
And 1.5.
Mostly me.
Yes. Well, yes. Maybe.
Everyone come at it.
Right? Just form a line.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Would you want to do something like the Houston 600?
Yes. But like 1,000, because that's just a nicer number.
Right. Well, it was like the Houston 500 first, and then she upped it.
You always got to up it.
Right.
If you're going to keep going, you just got to keep going.
Yeah, like to level 2.
Right. But like, I feel like when it's like a constant line, I would need like some kind of contraption that had like a lube dispenser, but it was constantly pouring down like a water fountain of lube. So I'm constantly being like moisturized as like everyone comes in.
I kind of envision like the chocolate fountain at like Golden Corral of lube. Pouring down over you.
I mean, I think I can make that happen.
I think so too.
Yeah. A lot of ideas tonight.
It happens on the show. It does. Man, TTS will love you too, because like they go getting an extra, 500, 600 or 1,000 dudes tested real quick.
Fair. Yeah, I'm a cleared girl though. I love clear.
All
I
right.
got that pass because I get tested every week. I do MGen every 2 weeks, but like full swabs, blood, urine, like everything every week.
Why weekly?
Because I'm a massive whore. Even before the industry, I was getting tested every 1 to 3 months my entire life.
Well, good on you for that.
It's just respect to your partners. And I'm like, if all of us are fucking all, like this much, 14 days is like a long time to me. Like if someone's on day 14, I'm like, this is gross. I don't know.
It's like you've been inside 16 people at least at this point.
Right? I'm like, maybe 50. Like,
Right? Depending on who you are and how much you're working.
or maybe no one.
That too. But I thought we were talking about sad things. People that are regularly getting 14-day tests and then not using their test, that's a sad thing.
It is.
Happens though. It does.
But even like if you're not getting work, it's good to get tested because like you can at least be fucking like other people.
Well, I
Like,
agree.
It doesn't mean you're not getting laid. Like, and that's the real important thing.
It is.
Like money and paying rent is important, but the real important thing is getting laid.
I agree.
At least to me.
Like, I could be homeless and be getting laid as long as the priorities. I get it.
Yeah. I've lived out of my car before, but like as long as I'm getting a steady dick in, life is good.
Is the current car big enough to get a steady dick in though?
No. I would never live in my car again just because my cats, they need everything I have is for them. All of the furniture in my apartment is theirs. They have thousands of dollars worth of toys, $1,000 shit box.
What goes into $1,000 shit box?
It's a litter robot. I can clean their litter box from my phone, and it tells me what percent full it is.
So you could clean their litter box right now if you wanted.
Well, it's on my other phone, but yeah.
Oh la la, you have 2 phones. Oh.
This is my home phone. Well, I had to get a work phone because I was tired of being like, yeah, let me show you this cute picture of my cat and like swiping through my butthole. Like, I don't want my butthole picture next to my babies. I need like separation.
Who are you showing your babies to that doesn't know about your butthole?
It's not that. It's I don't want to look at my beautiful daughter's little faces but like as I'm swiping through, seeing my gaping asshole. Like, we need separation of church and state here. Like,
You could just set up folders,
that's
albums,
a lot of work.
whole separate phone.
It's easier.
Right.
Instead of like taking a photo and then like moving it to an album. Like, no. I don't do albums.
Okay.
Whole phone. All the whole pics.
All right. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes you happy, it's like, no, ease. But then, like, I hope they at least physically look different so you don't accidentally grab the wrong phone.
For my work phone, the background is me in lingerie. And for my personal phone, the background is my cats.
Okay.
So that I can't like confuse them. Everyone's like, are you really your own phone background? And I'm like, it's so I know it's my whole phone. Like,
Right? This is the bat phone.
I'm not going to have like a random penis as a screensaver if someone picks it up. So like, me in lingerie.
I'm sorry. It's just the idea of like anyone having a random penis as their background would just ridiculous.
I mean, I've seen some really pretty dicks. If I could, I would.
I mean, you could.
No, because if I lose my phone or something and a kid finds it, like,
It's a penis. It's not going into anything.
still, I don't know. I'm very much like protect the innocent.
Well, they shouldn't be picking up shit that doesn't belong to them.
True, but kids are fucking brats nowadays. I'm like, protect them, but also they're fucking brats.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they always have been.
Fair. I never want kids. I'm a fur parent through and through.
I'm right there with you. I had a vasectomy last year, so
Sexy.
yeah. It was like,
Vasectomies are hot.
I mean, and if for anyone who isn't aware, you can go watch the procedure on my YouTube channel.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, it's just from the chest up and me mugging to the camera.
I would imagine. I don't think you can show an actual. Yeah.
Well, for medical procedures, you actually could, but the doctor was definitely not down for that.
Fair.
Like, there was a bit of negotiation because I did warn him before I showed up. Like, so, by the way, my vasectomy has been written about in the Daily Beast. Do you mind if I film this?
Why was your vasectomy written about?
Cherie DeVille did an article originally both me and Xander Corvus were supposed to get a vasectomy on the same day. We made it a whole thing to like normalize brosectomies.
Oh my God, I love that.
And Xander backed out.
Out here fertilizing all the bitches.
Not all the bitches, but
I don't know.
it was his idea too, because it was like when Roe v. Wade got overturned. He's like, so I booked it, dude. Because we'd been joking about this for a couple of years. I'm like, oh shit, well, I guess I got a book too then. And then I showed up to do it, and he's like, oh, dude, I was exposed to COVID this week. I can't do it.
Oh.
I'm like, well.
That's not backing out.
Well, it's been a year, and he still hasn't gotten it done as far as I know, so.
That's backing out.
It's been over a year. It was July last year.
I mean, everyone has their reasons. Personally, I don't understand. So, this is going to sound a little fucked up. Just a little.
Okay.
I'm very adopt, don't shop, right? Like
Right.
animal, just adopt, don't shop. I think it's really selfish to be having your own kids when there's so many kids in foster care. Like, I'm adopt, don't shop when it comes to like all the species, including the humans. Like, there's all these neglected and abused kids in foster care of all ages. And like, if you really love kids, love them. Like, don't add to the issue it's the same thing with like people getting dogs from breeders when dogs are being killed in kill shelters because there's no room. Like, empty that shit out first.
Well,
we got surplus.
Yeah. There's a lot of irresponsible people fucking out there. Take one of theirs.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to. I just don't want children.
I never. They're just like bacteria snot machines. Like, ugh.
Well, it's one of those things where like, I barely keep me alive.
Fair.
I don't want to be responsible. Like, that's why I have no animals. I love dogs. I love playing with dogs. I don't want to be responsible for one.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm on Pet Finder every single night looking up adoptable dogs, not even kidding. I'm like, one day when I can afford a house with a yard. One day.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like, I don't get people in LA who are like, oh yeah, I got big ass dogs in fucking apartments.
So many huskies. And they're like, yeah, they use a pee pad. And I'm like, you're a monster. They're like, oh, my husky chewed up my wall or my carpet. And I'm like, no fucking shit. You're neglecting it, you monster.
Right.
You deserve to have your shit chewed up. Learn to be a pet parent.
Exactly. And this is why it's like, oh, I will see your dog and be, oh, hey, buddy, I'll play with him. And then be like, cool, he's yours now. I'm going to go about my day, not worry about all my fucking gear.
Fair, yeah.
Since I basically live in a recording studio.
Yeah, I mean, you get like a Maltese.
Oh, yeah. Could you just picture me with a Maltese? Like, this is fluffy.
I can see it. Little hair bow.
How dare you judge my child?
It'd be like a little skull-shaped hair, like skull and crossbones hair bow, though. Like, it'd be a badass Maltese.
Yeah, not doing it. I also like to travel. I don't travel as much as I used to, but I used to travel a lot. And it's like, I don't want to fucking abandon a dog while I'm going places.
Speaking of, again, comparing kids to dogs, because they're really just the fucking same. When you travel, you can board your pets. There's kid daycare. Why the fuck isn't there kid boarding? Like, you could have a nurse on staff. Like, just, if there's daycare, like there's for dogs and there's daycare for kids, then there's boarding for dogs. Why isn't there boarding for kids?
There is. It's called summer camp.
But that's for summer. Like, if you want to just go on vacation and be like, all right, take the kids, we're going to travel. Like, you say, take the dogs, we're going to travel. Why is that not a thing? It would just be a daycare, but like sleepover style. I feel like that's a business that should exist, right?
For somebody. I mean, I don't want any part of that business.
Oh, God, no. God, no.
Could you imagine putting all those bacteria factories in all one place and then
Just
having to deal with all their dietary needs?
Not even that. So it's wild I don't want kids because I'm super maternal. Like, I love to nurture. I was in nursing school for a bit. I don't care about like bodily fluids, like whatever. I'm like babies I love. I'm like, if I'm on a plane and there's a screaming, crying baby, I'm like, let me make you like feel better, little poor innocent baby. But the second a kid can talk, like it's a toddler, like 3 and up, I fucking hate them. I'm like, I don't know how to converse with you. Do you want to play fetch? Like, I don't know what's happening. But like, until they can talk and be like, whatever, I'm like, let me take care of you.
So when they're still like larvae and not fucking humans.
Exactly. When they're just like projectile vomiting, I'm like, I got you. But like,
see, that's the stage I'm really afraid of. Like, I don't want to change fucking diapers. I don't want to. It's like, you can't communicate. What's wrong with you? Do I feed you? What do I do with you? I want none of that.
I get that.
But also, like, once they start communicating, it's like, what do I instill in you as a child? Like,
yeah, it's like you're creating another fucking adult at some point. Like, this is a human that's going to be a part of society. I would fuck up that kid.
Oh, yeah, no. I regularly say I'd make a really good artist out of someone.
Traumatize some bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. There's a lot of generational trauma here. And I don't know if I'm clear of all of it. Like, the best way to deal with it was like, oh, yeah, I need to get off this ride. Like, the merry-go-round doesn't need to go around one more time.
Fair. This ride is retired.
Right. Like, there are many generations of fucked up people that came before me that made a lot of fucking mistakes. I don't think I need to keep doing it.
Understandable. Yeah, I don't know how to talk to kids. I'm like, so what's your favorite color? And they'll ask questions, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know how to talk to them. I'm like, okay, we're going to play fetch. That's it. I don't know how to treat little mini humans. I don't know.
Well, and also,
I'm really bad with kids.
Well, it's also one of those things where, like, you may say something that you feel is appropriate, and their parents are like, how dare you tell this kid that Santa's not fucking real?
Well, everyone's so offended nowadays. I'm like, just teach your kid to be a good human. That's it. And half these parents can't even do that.
Well, yeah, because being a good human is subjective in some cases.
Just be nice to people. Be understanding. Be compassionate. That's it. But a lot of parents don't even know how to teach their kids that. I'm like, don't be a fucking parent then.
Yeah, but they're not self-aware enough to know that they're not teaching.
So they should be sterilized. There should be a test to have kids. If you're going to reproduce, you need to prove you're not fucking stupid.
Ooh, the problem with that is, who is the judge of that shit?
Just like a standardized test. Like, just proving you know how to be a functional, like, productive member of society that's not going to fuck shit up and raise a dumbass.
Yeah.
Or a serial killer. Don't neglect your kid. Like, there's got to be a test.
I don't know. Like, I was pretty neglected. I think I turned out okay.
Fair.
You're like, I've known you for like a half hour. I'll run with that.
Yeah, I trust you, I guess. Whatever you say.
So
your life.
Right. I mean, I'm obviously not like a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or some shit, but those are actually statistically more psychopaths than anyone, so.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, you do podcasts with like comedians and adult performers and shit, and you got your own place in LA. Like, that's a solid life, if I say so myself.
I will take your snap judgment of my life. Yes. Nicole signs off on my life.
Yeah. Not that my opinion means shit, but.
Well, you're one of two people in the room, so has to count for something.
Fair.
I mean, in theory, people are tuning in to hear what you have to say, so.
What really matters is how you think of yourself.
Ooh, there's a lot of really horrible people that think really highly of themselves.
Okay, fair point.
Like, really? Ooh.
Self-introspection. Fucking do it.
Yeah. A little self-awareness. Probably pretty good.
A little bit. It's hard to find in LA, though.
Oh, I know.
Everyone's like, you can't just say everyone in LA is shallow. And I'm like, not everyone, but, most of them. I haven't had the most healthy experiences of...
Why? What's happened?
Oh, just... It seems like a lot of people in LA are very much like, dog eat dog world, how can I use you to advance myself, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bruh, what happened to just chilling?
Well, that's the problem is, like, people are here clawing and scraping and trying to get ahead.
Yeah,
and
which I get it, like, it's hard, but...
Well, that's why, like, when I meet new people, like, I try not to ask them what they do. Because I feel like it comes off as, like, a predatory question. Like, so, what do you do? Can you do something for me?
Yeah. I saw somewhere, like, the way to word that without, like, coming off that way is, so what industry are you in? Like, but I don't know. I'm autistic as shit, like I said. I don't know how to talk to people. I just say shit and hope they take it how I mean it, but I don't know.
I mean, you're doing a pretty good job right now.
I'd say I'm trying my darndest, but...
Well, I hope so. I'm very happy you did not show up to be like, I'm going to just drink this man's alcohol and phone it in.
I'm going to just half-ass it,
Yeah, like,
whatever.
Just be on my phone for half of this. Like, did you ask me something?
That's one thing. I am 2.5 years into this career, I think. Still don't know how to take a selfie. I despise it. I despise selfies. I despise social media. I did not realize it was such a vital part of my career. When I got in, I didn't know anything about the industry. I was like, sweet, I get to fuck a bunch of people and get paid and leave. But it's like 90% social media.
I hate to bring this up now. I'm going to ask for a selfie with you, like, before you leave tonight.
I'm cool with that. But I'm just like like, if it's your arm, I'm cool. But like, I have nubs for
Oh no, I was going to make you jump and like.
I'm 5'2". Everything's just nubby.
Yeah, like, it'll be a great selfie. Like, you'll be in frame and it'll be like my chest or my lower chin.
Perfect. I mean, what counts as a Riot Fest t-shirt? Like, that's it.
We're going to advertise this festival in my fucking almost 14-year-old shirt.
2010. Jesus Christ, 2010 was almost... we're almost in 2024.
Yeah.
Got my first high school reunion coming up.
Looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah.
You actually going to go?
Yeah. Well, I want to be like, yeah, I'm that hoe. Hi. That's it.
I mean, it would be amazing, like, if there was someone that you wanted to bang from high school that you could go get them tested beforehand and bang them at the reunion.
Nah. I think that would be good, but like, it was like a small town. I mostly just got made fun of for like, being a slutty band geek, like the stereotypical American Pie shit. So I'll be like, yeah, award nominated bitch. Living in LA.
Right.
Yeah.
How many people didn't leave the fucking town?
99%, I'm assuming.
That's miserable.
Yeah, I've had some of them like, it's a nice feeling. I'm not a vengeful person, but like, it feels good.
Oh, it's gotta feel good. Like, the validation of people who just used to like fucking look down on you.
Yeah, like people just like be like, ugh, that whatever. And now I'm like, you can't afford my rights to talk to me, sorry.
If you run into those people at the reunion, you should be like, do you have my rate money yet? No, be gone. You're not welcome here.
Peasants.
How dare you?
Like, I get people can't afford it. Like, I'm cool with it. But like, if you made fun of me, fuck you.
Are you upping your rates on the people that made fun of you?
I'm not even. That's the thing.
So they can't even afford the standard rate?
No, like, I don't, like, monopolize like that. Like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna try to, like, make extra money off anyone based off anything, but...
You should. If they're fucking cruel to you, there should be a tax on that.
There should, but again, I'm a good person. I'm like, maybe they changed. I don't know. But either way, they still can't afford it at the basic rate. So that says more about how they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not much.
What is the base rate? I'm just curious.
It depends, like, what exactly they want to.
If they just want to talk to you.
Just to talk to me, it's free on my OnlyFans.
Okay.
But they're like, I don't want to subscribe. I'm like, it's like $5 or $6. And I'm pretty sure, like, it's still 50% off right now. So I'm like, it's like $3. So I'm like, what?
$3.
Yeah.
They don't want to make amends that badly, apparently.
Right? So whatever.
Fuck that.
I've got great stuff there. They're missing out.
Like, if you'd just been a little cooler in high school, you could have experienced this firsthand.
Right? I'm so easy.
I know, before we got out of here, you're like, yeah, apparently I made out with a bunch of people at the Xmas party. Don't remember.
I did indeed. But I forgot to eat that day. And then I drank a whole bunch real quick. Because I was trying to stay awake. So I was like, I need Red Bull. So I was getting vodka Red Bulls. And I was only thinking about the Red Bull part. Apparently it was a good time. I don't remember it, but
I mean, you looked like you were having fun. Like,
that's what counts, as long as I wasn't being too sloppy.
No. I mean, you were a little sloppy, but not bad. It was just one of those things. Like, I ran into Dorian and Cassie, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Nicole." I'm like, "Oh shit, she's doing the show in like a week. I should say hi." And then like, you and Cassie are making out. I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm not interrupting that."
I'm so mad I don't remember making out with her because she's so hot. I want to have sex with her so badly.
I'm pretty sure she'll put out.
We've discussed it many times. Like, we just haven't yet. And I'm like,
what are you doing here? They're French. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm sure she'll put out tomorrow. Just, I'm here to help.
But also, I'm a shy girl, and hot women make me nervous, and I can't.
I'll text her.
I'm like actually really, really shy. So I'm like, before porn, I like predominantly dated and fucked women. Like, I love me some man dick, but I love girl dick, but like just everything about women and femininity. I'm like, I'm a simp for every woman. I'm a simp. Heavy.
I will text Cassie for you. I have no problems doing that. Be like, yo, Nicole's down.
Well, she knows I'm down. I mean,
Nicole's down right now. Like, she's like trying to leave this podcast to do it. Let's make this shit happen.
I don't know.
Maybe a mitzvah for me. I don't know.
Are you Jew?
Oh, yeah.
Same. Nice.
Half the industry is.
Yeah, fair.
And then the other half has been on some crazy shit in the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to skate the fuck away from that.
Yeah, we're spiraling again.
I know.
Why do we keep spiraling? Let's back to...
Back to you getting laid.
Yes, I fuck a lot.
Well, we're trying to get you laid with a specific person right now.
She's so hot. Everything about her is just so hot.
If Cassie was here right now and nothing mattered, what would you say?
Hi, I'm shy. Come sit on my face. Because that's my thing. Like, I like, before porn, like, just Tinder chicks I'd fuck. Like, I've eaten pussy for like 2 hours straight. And maybe people come like 15 times. I'm like, because I'm not, in my personal life, I don't really like people doing anything to me. I'm a pleaser with an oral fixation. I don't care if it's like what type of genitals it is. I'm like, just put them in my mouth, please.
But what if your partner's into like eating pussy?
Like, I'll let them, but if like I'll let them know I'm not super into it.
I
mean, as long as I got like the little finger combo, I'm cool with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to put the thumb on the clit. You can't just...
No, not thumb. I'm like penetration. Yeah. I need some penetration.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm like a violent pounding kind of gal.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I'm just saying, like, the violent pounding comes, because I have a penis, but like for pussy, it's like, stimulate the clit with the thumb while you're eating, It's the technique.
Not my technique, but...
You're like, Oof.
Not to. I'm really, 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 really good.
Well, I'm sure.
My passion shows.
As someone who has one, I'm sure you do a better job of it than I do.
Well, no, because I fucked a lot of women in my life, and some of them have no idea what they're doing. That's why I'm like, just lay back, be a Bilbo princess. I got you. Don't stress. Don't stress.
How do they not know they have the bits?
Because I mean, unless you can eat yourself out, you don't know what motions you're doing with your mouth. Like, which is one thing. I want to learn how to be flexible. I would eat. I always wanted to.
Are you at home trying? Just like
I've tried. I'm not that bendy. I don't think anyone is, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep like doing some daily stretches one day. Then you'll see it on my OnlyFans. Like, I know there's autofellatio. Is that autocunnilingus then? Does that exist?
I believe that would be.
Because I know to like do it yourself as like someone with a penis, it's to autofellate.
Yeah, it would be autocunnilingus.
So would it be autocunniling? Because it's like cut for.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I always said I always wanted to dig, so I could like every time I jerk off, I try to shoot it in my mouth and like catch it like popcorn.
As someone who doesn't, well, I've never actually tasted cum, but
What? You've never tasted your own?
nope.
How do you cook and not like feed people and you don't know what it tastes like? What kind of chef doesn't taste their own cooking?
The chef apparently. Then again, I generally don't come in people's mouths. I'm one of these people like, if you start blowing me, I'm like, okay, I'd like to fuck now.
Yeah, I'm a massive cum slut, so I'm like, it doesn't matter where you come, it's gonna end up down my throat. Like cream pie, I scoop it out and feed it to myself. Like I love it.
Well, good on you.
If it's in my eyeball, I'll like. Oh.
I have never, and like the couple times back in my youth when I could really pop like that, it's like a couple Matrix dodges. Like, oh shit. Oh, haven't had
so fun. Like I'd love to shoot cum.
It's a good time. I promise you, it's a good time.
Like, it sounds so fun. I would have so much fun.
Yeah, if like your dick wouldn't get raw, like there's hard to get shit done in the day.
When you say dick wouldn't get, I have rubbed my clit raw to where like I literally burned off a layer because my vibrator was overheating and I still didn't stop. I've like literally rubbed my clit raw many times. I've also pinched a nerve in my neck 3 or 4 times now from excessively masturbating.
Wait, how do you pinch? Please explain how this happens.
Okay, so on average, I'll come around 100 times a day. It's a problem.
Is it?
I mean, it's like 3-4 hours of my day just masturbating.
Once again, is it?
Fair. But I don't record it, which is the issue. Like,
that's a problem.
I should be monetizing, but I'm like, this is my me time.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure your audience would be very much into the intimate, like you actually making love to yourself versus.
And I would, but like the like 9 chins of like when you're coming off camera, like it's.
Well, just have the camera pointed at your genitals.
Fair.
Like just mount a camera to the wall. That you.
I could do like a cum clock thing too, and like see how many times like a
ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Huh, maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Awesome.
How many times can I come on Thanksgiving?
How many times can you give thanks?
Thank you for titling my video.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just give away ideas on the show all the fucking time.
I am going live on my OnlyFans, I think, tomorrow, so maybe I'll do it as like the live show title. Like, how many times can I? Yeah.
Well,
I've never gone live, so we'll see.
By the time this airs, it will have already happened. So.
Oh yeah, this isn't coming out for
weeks.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, please. I'm here to brainstorm with you on it.
Yeah, you're helping. You're coming great ideas. I appreciate it.
I'm here to help. The amount of ideas over the years that have been spouted out on the show that I've never followed through on.
That's the thing. Following through is hard.
Well,
because I also don't like to shoot solo stuff that much. I'm like, I just want to get fucked. I just like to fuck people a bunch.
And you don't just have a regular stable you could bring over to do that?
I mean, I probably could, but I don't like to fuck in my place because it's a studio apartment and I've got my kitty cats.
So you're like, all right, I need someone who can host, who is available at the moment.
But then it's like, I have to drive somewhere.
These are all excuses.
I know.
Like, you need to figure out what your plan is here.
Get fucked.
I mean, I thought that was the plan.
Probably gonna do that tonight, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did last night. It was great.
Hell yeah. Did you film it or was it for yourself?
It was for myself. I got pretty drunk at where I was. When I drink, I get really, really painfully horny. It like dangerous. That's why I made out with and fucked so many people at the Expo night. Like, I drank a lot, but I did a lot.
I mean, I don't think anyone was mad at it. I don't think anyone was like, the next day, like, we need to cancel Nicole. She was being a predator at XBiz.
That's what I get nervous about, though, because I'm a horny girl, and I'm like, when I drink, I get extra horny, and I'm like, I want to fuck whoever's in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know, I get nervous that I'm going to come off too unprofessional.
Man,
I'm like, I'm one of the people that's in this industry because I'm a genuine whore. I'm like, everyone fuck me. Please. I don't want to always record it. Like, just fuck me for fun, please.
like, please, people, just stimulate genitals for the good old-fashioned fun of it.
Right? Which, like, I know it is a job, and, like, a lot of people are in it for the profession, and I respect it. And, like, I'm in it for that, too. Like, I know how to be professional. But also, if there's any performers out there that likes to fuck off camera for fun, hi.
So, yeah, I've been in this shit for over a decade and have managed to keep my dick off the internet the whole time, so trying to keep it that way.
It could be monetizing off it.
I could be, but nah. It's one of, like, I've talked about this on air plenty of times. It's one of those things, like, when I first got in, there was only studio work. And, like, I have an average sized dick, and I don't think I could actually do male talent's job.
There's a lot of male talent with, like, average or even below average size.
Right, but it's also the doing studio work of, like, being able to keep it up with the whole crew.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that shit's impressive.
Right. Like, I never thought I could do the job. I never had a desire to do the job. My audience has heard this plenty of times. Like, I'm here because I'm a film nerd. Like, if you look around the curtain, there's a wall of movies.
What's your favorite movie?
That is not a question I could just answer.
What's your favorite? Let's go by genre. Horror movie.
Horror movie?
That's my favorite.
One I really super enjoy. Well, you want the joke answer or the real answer?
Both.
Well, the joke answer is
both.
The joke answer is Gone Girl.
I never saw that.
Because it's do you know what the plot is?
Isn't it like some psycho bitch that fakes her death or something?
Yeah, her husband cheats on her. She fakes her death and blames her husband for her fake murder. So for every, like, heterosexual cis male, that's a horror movie.
I mean, yeah. He should have just killed her.
Right?
Don't cancel me.
It's fiction. We're talking about fiction here. All reality, like, it's not a very good movie in, like, retrospect, but, like, the first time I saw the Mothman Prophecies in theaters.
Never even heard of that.
It's fucking Richard Gere. Like, what?
I know the name, but I don't know the face.
Richard Gere, Pretty Woman?
Never seen it.
How have you never seen Pretty Woman?
So this is one thing that everyone in my life knows, is that I haven't seen any classic movies.
I wouldn't consider those classics, but
like any like I just saw the Godfather movie for the first time because one of my friends like sat me down and like had me watch it. But like I've never seen the Star Wars movies. I've never seen. But so the thing with Autism is if there's a franchise, I need to watch it all in one sitting, in the correct order. So like I've never seen a Marvel movie because I want to watch all the Marvel movies like in the right order in one sitting.
That's a fucking couple day marathon at this point.
Oh, I could easily do that. If I'm not fucking, I'm just watching TV.
Mothman Prophecies came out in 2002, by the way.
I was born in 96, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing my age. It was also one of those things where, like, watching it on home theaters, it's not quite as good as, because there's a lot of sound design in it. A lot of what made it fucking creepy in theaters is, like, sounds coming from other,
Let me add it to my list of things to watch. But wait, so was that your favorite movie? Or that just
that's like the favorite horror off the top of my head.
Was it Mothman?
The Mothman Prophecies.
Mothman Prophecies.
Let me read the.
It only got a 6.4.
Oh, as I said, it's not a great movie. It's not a great movie.
I don't have service. It'll load at some point.
I just
want to know what Richard Gere looks like. Because I'm like, I feel like I would recognize him, but
old man, white hair. Like, well, not super old, but
the whole Senate. Like, what?
Well, he was like had gray hair like in the 80s and like was voted sexiest man alive with it.
I mean, most people, I love some salt and pepper hair. Like,
Mm. Feeling like a piece of meat over here.
not to, but no, like, that's my.
She's like, not you.
Well, no, not you, but like, don't be scared.
I'm just fucking with you. I ain't scared.
But yeah, no, salt and pepper. Love it.
So the synopsis of this is: a reporter is drawn to a small West Virginia town to investigate a series of strange events, including psychic visions and the appearance of bizarre entities.
Well, it's West Virginia, so it's like cousin fuckery.
Could be.
Not to shit on everyone. Sorry. Not to shame all those that live in West Virginia, but like, yeah. Why do you live there?
Because most people don't leave where they're born.
Yeah.
Up until like the 1900s, the majority of people died within 20 miles of where they were born.
That's insane. I'm on the other side of the country.
Same. Like, I'm from Chicago originally.
One of my favorite bands is from Chicago.
Which one?
Rise Against.
Rise Against? Ah. I have seen them at the Aragon Ballroom.
Yeah, I spent like $3,000 on a festival that was canceled, the Blue Ridge Rock Festival, and I went there just so that I can see Rise Against. And I didn't get to see them because it was canceled. So then they were out when we were young. So I went both days and I saw them 2 days in a row. And I was like, life is good again.
Sick. Yeah. I think it was actually this Riot Fest where they were doing a pre-show.
Pre-show?
Like, so during Riot Fest weekend, bands will do like one-off shows at like the other music venues around town, like the day before the fest, the day after the fest, or after the fest, depending on. So I think the Thursday before Riot Fest, they were playing the Aragon.
Yeah, no, they're like one of the bands where I would see them every time if I could. Like, I would go to every show. Like, oh, I love just their music and everything they're about. I would fuck everyone in the band.
Well, let's try and make that happen for you too.
Please. I'm really bad at like knowing band member like names and stuff because I just fuck with the music. But like, I know what the Rise Against lead singer looks like. So fuck me, please. You have good morals and I like you.
Please don't be random dudes trying to DM slide and be like, I play at Rise Against. I'm the drummer.
I mean, Google exists though. Like, I'm not that, like, yeah.
I know, but.
Well, easy, yeah.
I don't want you to just overcome with like lust and you're like, fuck yeah, the drummer. And then you're like, oh shit, post-nut clarity. That was not the drummer.
I mean, if it's good sex, it's good sex. I don't care if it was under like false pretenses as long as they like.
That's a crime.
It is a crime, but if they dick me down right, I can't, like, I'm not mad.
No longer a crime if it's proper dicking.
Only for me. I can't speak for anyone else. Don't have sex with anyone under false pretenses because that is rape and that is assault. But for me, if you give me good dicking, I don't care.
Fucking ridiculous.
One thing that's always been interesting is like I haven't been like attracted to most of the people I've had sex with because I don't care about attraction. Like you can be like the ugliest son of a bitch on the planet. Like I don't. If you fuck well, that's literally all I care about. Like I can find something attractive in anyone. Just like dick me down right and it's good. It doesn't matter what you look like at all. Just fuck me right and life is good.
So you're just like, I'll try it out if it's okay.
Yeah, well, before porn, everyone was one night stand. I fucked like 200 to 300 people before I got in porn. All one night stands for the most part, like often.
Or they're just not dicking you down well?
Well, I never had sex not that it wasn't enjoyable, although it wasn't, because everyone sucked. But whatever. But
well, it's a bummer.
Yeah, there were some good ones. But
why were they one night stands?
I don't want to sound cocky, but a lot of people like would get emotional. A lot of guys got like into me after.
So you
like,
fucked
their
them
feelings.
too well.
Yeah, so I learned to like, I'd match someone on Tinder. I would go over. We'd fuck within like minutes. The second they'd come, I'd like hop up, get my clothes on, and as I'm walking out the door, I'd unmatch them so they couldn't like harass me. But like, sex was just a way to pass time before porn. I was like, I'm bored. What am I gonna do? Sit on the couch? Oh, let's see how this person fucks.
You know, you could have watched the Marvel movies, right?
I could have, but like, I found out how John Smith down the block fucked. Like, I don't know.
It's a bummer you weren't keeping like detailed records of this.
I was for a while. I had like a physical written out list where I didn't know their last names, so I would do like their first name and like a nickname. Like I remember there was like, I don't know, one of the lists was like something weird ball sack. One of the guys was because it was like a lot of sack with no ball. I don't know. But then
Could have been a war injury. You could have been making fun of a veteran.
it was a frat bro.
Well, probably some stupid accident.
There was like something serial killer face because when he'd come, it looked like he was gonna murder me.
He was just angry while he's coming.
It was scary, but that was someone I like fucked a few times because it was back in the dorms and he lived the floor above me, and it was some good dick. He was like a nerd for sure. Like I don't know if I took his virginity or not, but like he's saying some good dick. So like, and even though he looked like he was gonna kill me when he can't, like
Was that part of the thrill for you?
No, it was just really good dick.
Okay, because you said you're into horror movies. I didn't know if like the thought of maybe getting murdered was like, oh yeah, this guy turns me on.
Well, that is like I can't go into haunted houses because I get too horny. I don't get scared. I just get really turned on. But I also watch a lot of like monster porn. Like, you know, like the cartoon, like 3D animated shit where it's like ogres in a dungeon and some like helpless, like human. That's the porn I watch. I'm a pervert, like through and through.
That's ridiculous.
I reposted like one like super hot like porn gif on Twitter one time, and one of my fans was like, "Why the fuck is this on my feed? Like, you're disgusting." And I'm like, I'm just a horny little pervert. Don't shame me.
Bye, bitch. Like, bye.
Right? Like, do you not want to see porn? It wasn't anything like, well, it was monstrous, but like actual monsters, not
Right.
like horrific.
Right. Like, this is like monsters, not, you know, morally morally bad.
Not stuff from earlier.
Right.
Yeah, never. Just monsters. You know, give me some Shrekin. No, Shrek's too nice. I want like a mean ogre.
You think Shrek would make love to you?
Yeah. You saw how he looks at Fiona?
Well, you know, that's his true love. You'd be the side piece.
Or I'd be the swamp beast.
Oh, that's mean. Aw. Aw. I hope you don't think of yourself like that. Aw.
Oh, no, but like, I don't know.
I'm just fucking around.
I like degrading things during sex.
Like, what sort of stuff?
I just like being used. Like, if I'm having sex, I just want to like turn my brain off and just be like a mindless fuck doll. Like, just use my holes. Just use me. That's all I want. Just put me where you need me. Pound the holes and leave. That's it.
Or you leave, or...
No, yeah.
Seeing as you don't host, apparently you have to leave.
Well, yeah. Tell me to leave. Kick me out, please. I love being kicked out. I'm like, the second you're done with me, I'm trying to get out. So like, just let me know when to go.
Are you actually afraid of overstaying your welcome ever?
Yes. I don't want, like, I'm there for sex. I don't want them to get the wrong idea and think I'm some clingy bitch. Like, no, I'm just here for the fucking use me, kick me out. I'm cool. Bye.
Are you never not just there for the fucking? Or...
No, wait, double negatives.
I know. That was a horrible sentence. Alcohol. Are you sometimes there for like, oh, well, maybe this would be fun to do something besides, you know, just explore each other's genitals? That's a no. That's a no.
I don't want to say I just use people for sex, but
Well, you're not using them if they're consenting to it too.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't want to like just have people out there thinking I look at them as just meat puppets. Like,
I mean, as long as you discuss it with them beforehand that that's what you're using them for, there's nothing wrong with that.
fair. But I don't know, like, I've always been so like paranoid and like hyper vigilant about making sure that they don't think I'm falling in love with them because they always fall in love with me. So I'm always the first one to dip out to like make sure there's no misunderstanding.
Are you just afraid of people falling in love with you always?
Yeah, because so the whole like tism thing, I've never been in love. I don't think I can be. Like I don't feel romantic love like that. Like I love my friends, I love my pets, like a maternal love kind of. But romantic love doesn't exist in my brain. So I'm like, I don't want y'all to get your hopes up.
There's no one you're just like, I can stick around for a little bit.
Like I'm chilling. Like I'm cool with people being in love with me as long as they know I'm not gonna be in love with them. Like as long as there's like an understanding that like it's nothing against them. Like I enjoy being in their presence because like I'm a very isolationist kind of person. Like if I'm hanging out with someone, that means like a lot.
So it's just Like, you think it's a brain chemistry thing? It's like,
Yeah, just not part of who I am.
you might be better off for it.
Right? I'm like,
Love's
like,
as addictive as cocaine.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
Shout out to my college self.
I'm just saying, it's supposed to fire the same brain chemicals.
Maybe I should try out some love then. How do I buy Grandma Love?
That's an amazing question I don't have the answer to. Fuck. Because every time I've done it, it's like, oh, this is completely accidental. This is not what I meant to do.
Just an 8-ball of intimacy. Like,
Yeah, no, 100% it was an 8-ball. Like, just someone laced my casual hookups with intimacy all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, I thought I was just banging here. Oh, shit, I have feelings. Fuck.
oh,
I mean, it wasn't like the first time. It was just,
GHB my Valentine.
right.
So that was a really bad joke. Don't cancel me.
I thought it was fucking funny.
I've been roofied enough. Like, I can make the jokes.
They're just jokes.
I went to college in Florida. Like, oh,
It's like the national pastime there, isn't it?
I had FSU at least.
So you went to the same school as Kreischer, huh?
I didn't, but my boyfriend did.
Oh.
And then
I thought he was at FSU.
Oh, my boyfriend was FSU.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't. I was south, so
Okay.
I would like drive up and fuck him, and then we broke up. So then I would drive up and fuck everyone, and then I'd get roofied. So then everyone would fuck me.
So how long were you together with this dude that you weren't in love with?
Oh my god, it was 4 years, but it was also like crazy. Like, so I have a tattoo like down here that's a cover up of his initials.
Wait, you weren't in love and you got his initials on you?
So he was like super abusive and like possessive and always accused me of cheating on him when I wasn't. So I got his initials like by my pussy because I was like, yeah, like you can't accuse me of cheating on you if your initials are right there. And he still did.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't, because at the point where like
No.
you're accusing someone of cheating on you, you should just call it off. You don't trust them anymore.
Yeah, it was toxic, but you know, it was that young love or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, believe me.
Yeah.
As being a young dude at one point in my life, I've done some toxic shit in relationships.
Yeah.
Like, not proud of it. In retrospect, it's like, ooh, that was not so good.
Yeah.
But as an older dude, it's like, no. The minute like you start giving me red flags on like, I trust you or not, I'm just gonna be out.
Yeah, like why? I don't know. I'm also very so there's what's it called? The not detachment issues. Like I can cut anyone off. Like it doesn't matter if it's like a family member or like someone I've known my whole life, like, whatever. I can cut someone off, never talk to them again, and be fine with it.
I mean, that's
Like-
honestly healthy.
Like if the second anyone does anything that's like slightly detrimental to my mental health or any growth or anything, I'm like, work on yourself. I'll be here, but you're not going to be here. Bye.
I mean, that's honestly healthy. More people need to be able to do that.
Fair. I mean, you know, through a lot of sticking around through not good people, I learned like, all right, over it.
Yeah, but a lot of people never learn that.
But that's like a self-respect thing. Everyone's like, you have no self-respect because you're in porn. And I'm like, I have self-respect because I'm in porn, because it means I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I'm going to live my life for me.
Right.
And that's real self-respect.
Well, and as it should be. I love these motherfuckers who were like, oh, what do your family fucking think? It's like, I'm living life for me, motherfucker.
Right? Like, if you're like a fucking architect, what does your family think about you being a fucking architect, dumbass? And it's like, this is a career.
What does your family feel about you flipping fucking burgers?
Right? Like, what does your family feel because you're living in their basement still?
Yeah, I'm sure they let you know every day how they feel.
Yeah, I'm sure they're very proud of you and your inability to commit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, man, I'm living my life for me. I don't give a fuck
Right?
what my parents think. I don't give a fuck what anyone else in my family thinks. Like
I lived my entire life trying to make my family happy. And I was like, finally, I'm living my life for myself. Life's too short. Why am I living my life just to appease other people? Accept me or don't. It's my life. I get one.
right. It's a little late to abort you, so.
I wish.
No, that would be really awkward talking to like you as a dead fetus. That'd be really weird right now.
Well, you can't talk to a dead fetus.
I mean, I could try. It'd make for a really weird podcast.
That'd be a really uneventful podcast. It'd be like,
Oh, wow. Wow. You come in my house and be like, this motherfucker can't entertain us without me.
You try to talk to a dead fetus. That's like talking to like a sloppy Joe. Like it's just a bunch of
I think I could make it work.
Don't cancel me again. I'm sorry.
I think I could make it work. I don't like your negativity that you don't think I could make that podcast work.
Okay, talk to a dead fetus.
All right, let's go get one.
There's plenty of chicks in porn.
All right, let's go.
We get a lot of cream pies.
All right, let's go fish one out of somebody.
A little scoopy scoop.
Yeah. I mean, my hands are a little too big. You may have to fish it out for me. I mean,
I got nails.
You got nails. You're the medical professional.
I know abortions can be traumatic. Sorry, folks.
I'm not.
I've never been pregnant. Me
neither.
I've been on birth control for so long now. I mean, I forget it a lot, but like in college, I took Plan B literally once a month at least. Like I was in the student health center every fucking all right, Plan B. They were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just towing."
I'm gonna be better once I take this.
Right? Like, I don't know. But if I did get pregnant, I would have no issues. Like, flush that shit out. No.
I somehow managed to never actually have a real pregnancy scare.
Ah, nice.
I'm thrilled about that. I honestly...
Coat and faces?
No, I definitely finished a bunch of people.
Huh, how?
I don't know.
Was it that you never had a pregnancy scare because you just weren't scared because you were like, all right, you're on your own, bitch?
I mean, if I have...
You could also not have a pregnancy scare because you also just don't give a fuck.
I mean, fair. Fair. No one ever told me about one. The only person that we even stuck around with each other because I finished inside her accidentally, condom broke, and it was like, oh, we're in a relationship now. We're still in your next period.
Where?
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, I don't know. But also, if someone got me pregnant, I wouldn't tell them. I would just burn that shit out and carry on with my life. They don't have to know.
Yeah, but I'd pay for half of it.
Nah, because there's the off chance that the person would be like, no, keep it. And then I'd have to deal with that shit. No, I'd rather spend the $500 or whatever it is.
No, for sure. Yeah. But I feel like anyone who fucked me after getting to know me for half a second would be like, this dude's down to pay for half of it. He is definitely not going to want to keep it.
Fair.
But that also could be a reason for some of these people to not have told me. I could have some fucking kid running around.
You might be a daddy.
I don't know. I don't know. I super hope not.
Get a message on Ancestry.com in 15 years.
See, I won't do them. I won't do an Ancestry.com. I'm not giving my DNA to fucking private companies.
See, I did Ancestry and 23andMe because I was like, my stuff's going to be out there regardless. I just want to know. It was nothing of it. So I spent so much money on DNA testing for myself. I did a family DNA testing day where I did it for me and my cats. My cats, it was $100 where mine was $2 or something. So mine, nothing detailed at all. It literally just said, hey, no specific country. You're 99.6% Ashkenazi Jew. That's all we're going to give you. My cats, which was half the price, it was 64 pages of detailed, in-depth analysis on their gum health because it was the swab and every possible breed breakdown. I'm like, can I just be a cat? What?
See, I'm going to get the exact same result as 100% Ashkenazi Jew or some shit. So it's why am I going to?
I'm just give me a country at least. Damn.
We're Jews.
Anti-Semitic motherfuckers. You're a Jew. Deal with it.
Yeah, we've been chased out of everywhere.
Fair.
You're Sephardic or Ashkenazi, depending on where you got chased out of.
Yeah, it's so funny whenever I'll be searching myself on Pornhub and then it'll be Latina stepdaughter, this or that. And I'm like, bruh, nah. I'm as white can be. I'm if mayonnaise was a human, because I love mayonnaise.
Gross.
And sour. I love white creamy things. Whether it's cum mayonnaise or sour cream, just put it in my mouth.
I did see your tweet about eggnog fucking ice cream sandwiches.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a cum ice cream sandwich. I totally forgot I tweeted that. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Because so you know how there's a thing where you just have salt and ice and milk in a bag and you shake it up and it's ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
I feel you could just put cum into that and then bam, cum ice cream sandwich.
But how much cum would you need to?
I don't know, I'd have a couple dudes jerk off or
But that's a tablespoon of cum.
I'll just most. That's enough for one ice cream sandwich, 3 dudes. Because it's not going to be all cum because I don't know how cum freezes. So it'd be mixed with milk. Some man milk and some milk.
Whoa.
I don't know, but I'm going to make a cum ice cream sandwich. I love to eat cum. Once I had a scene with someone and I just met them that day. And they ended up not finishing on camera, and I was like, I still want that cum. And we went out to lunch after, and then I got like bread pudding, and I was like, I'm taking dessert to go. And then we like I drove us to like the side of the road, and I sucked his dick and I spit it onto the bread pudding, and then I ate the bread pudding with the cum on it.
Did you film that at least?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's on the OnlyFans. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't do a deep dive on your OnlyFans before this.
You know. But I didn't get a video. I just had a picture of the cum on the thing, and then like a video of me eating the cum, but like not a video of me sucking the dick, because I was just focused on like getting that cum for my bread pudding.
You're like, I need that nut.
I need the cream sauce for the dessert. Like, this is what we're focused on here. I'm just hungry.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I love cum in food. It's so fun. Like, I know some people are like, oh, that's gross. And like, I guess that's one of my many, 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 many fetishes.
I mean, if it makes you happy and the cum provider is okay with it, who cares?
Yeah. Because I'm like, if you're swallowing, like, you might as well add some food to it. Like, you put ranch on pizza, like, I'll just put some cum on pizza.
That's more offensive than cum on pizza. Fuck.
I don't know. I've never done it. I've heard of it. I know it's a thing. People, I don't know.
That's gross. That's fucking gross.
I mean, would I eat it? Yes, but
Ranch on pizza? Really?
yeah, I'm not even a ranch person. I'm a blue cheese gal, but
If you're putting ranch on your pizza, people, I think you're gross. Like, I don't kink shame, but I will shame on that.
and I understand it because you can't pass up that white cream. Yeah.
No, that's gross. It's gross. Ugh. Don't like ranch.
I did not mean to offend you.
I mean, you're not the one doing it.
I mean, maybe I have back when I used to smoke weed back in the day.
Interview's over. Fuck. Second time I've had to pull the plug on this tonight. Fucking, oh, that's gross.
I draw the line at ranch pizza.
Right? Pineapple's more acceptable than that.
I do like pineapple on pizza.
That's all you.
Yeah. I also just love pizza. As long as I have like greasy, cheesy carbs, I'm like, just put it in my mouth.
Where's your go-to pizza joints in town?
None. LA pizza fucking sucks.
Well, yeah, but there are places that actually
Well,
do good pizza in this town.
where?
Well,
I need a list, because as of right now, my favorite pizza place is Freaking Good Pizza, and it's not like an actual location. It's just on DoorDash.
it's a ghost kitchen.
I guess I like looked up the address because I was like, oh, I want to go there, and it was like a tire shop.
Yeah, it's a ghost kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like the best pizza I found so far.
So, over on Cahuenga, Elbow Room has good New York style.
Let me put this in my phone. Hang
I
on.
mean, we are recording this too.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna force you to go back and watch your own episode. Ha 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 ha.
It's not that. It's my memory.
No. I can also text these things to you.
Please text me all the good pizza joints.
So, Elbow Room on Cahuenga is good New York style.
Okay.
And it's like $5 a slice during happy hour. And it's big.
How much
slices.
for a whole pizza though? Because I'm a whole pizza kind of gal.
I mean, they're 20-inch pizzas. Like, there's a big fucking
I've
pie.
had 20 inches in me.
I don't know why you're ashamed of that. They're good. If you're looking for Chicago style deep dish,
I've never had.
for someone who likes greasy, cheesy fucking pizza, deep dish is the way to go.
Yeah, I've just never had it because I'm like, I feel like it's just a loaf of bread with cheese on top.
No, it's more cheese than it is bread.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. Tell me about the good places.
Massa of Echo Park,
Massa?
MASA.
Huh.
It's on Sunset. It's in Echo Park. It's legit Chicago style deep dish. As you know,
Sweet. Okay.
as a fat Chicagoan who's escaped, it's my go-to deep dish spot.
All right. I'll check it out.
And then, if you want Chicago style thin crust,
Wait, I thought Chicago was only deep dish.
no. Real Chicagoans, like what we eat most of the time, is tavern style, which is square cut, really thin crust.
I thought that was Sicilian.
No. Sicilian's more bready.
Ah.
Like tavern style is like cracker thin crust cut
Mm.
into squares. The reason it's called tavern style is like you'd set it up on a bar and people would just grab a square while they're drinking.
Way to do it.
Yeah. There's a Gino's East, which is a Chicago style chain up in the valley.
We're in the valley.
Coldwater Canyon and Riverside.
Oh, sweet.
And they do deep dish too, but like I think Massa does better deep dish.
Okay, good to know.
But like Massa, for whatever reason, doesn't do tavern style, so it's like Have to go to the Valley if I want square cut.
I'll go to literally all the pizza places. I'm like, I just need good pizza.
Prince Street Pizza, and they have a location in WeHo and is like a famous New York spot that's open in West Hollywood.
How are there so many good pizza places? You're recommending like just rolling off names, and I'm like, I didn't know there was good pizza here.
Oh yeah, no, because there's so much bad pizza. There's so much
bad pizza. Like it's such good like Italian food, and it's just like salt.
Oh no, like my biggest thing that bums me out about LA is like any good Italian is like a fucking Michelin star restaurant. There is like no sit down, good, greasy mom and pop Italian spots.
No, but there's that really good pasta place. The Uovo or whatever, where they like hand fly in or whatever, like they fly in handmade pasta from Italy every day.
That sounds like a Michelin star place.
No, it's on. I know there's one in Santa Monica on. I forgot, but it's like UOVO, and it's just they only serve pasta. It's so good.
I will have to check it out. Like I used to have a go-to Italian spot called the Sit Down in East Hollywood, and it was fucking phenomenal.
What happened?
They had a dispute with their landlord because of like that neighborhood's getting gentrified. And then they moved to over on Melrose right before the pandemic. And between their like ongoing legal battles with their old landlord and the pandemic just fucking killed them. They had a wood fire oven, and like I used to get fettuccine Alfredo, and I would have them wood fire baked mozzarella on top of it.
Oh, I think I just came.
Good thing it's a leather chair. So fucking good. And like reasonably priced too. It's just like, fuck, why did that place have to go under?
I wish I was here for that.
So good.
Yeah, no, cheesy carbs are my heart. I love it. I'll never be one of those people that's like, oh, I just eat salads.
Fuck that.
I'll take like a softer stomach a little bit if it means I eat whatever the fuck I want, because life is too short.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah, something's on fire.
Yep. All the talking cheesy carbs I apparently set off the fire trucks.
It was the heat from my pussy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Pretty soon the sprinklers are going to go off, going to ruin all my gear.
Oh, the sprinklers are going off.
Oh, shit.
Talk Italian to me.
But I forgot where I was going with that after that fucking stupidity. Yeah, just for whatever reason, the amount of like good, cheap fucking just mom and pop style Italian just isn't here.
It's not. And like LA has such good food. I'm like, how are we slacking on like there's no good bagels and there's no good I'm originally from like the Northeast, so like bagels and pizza. I'm like,
yeah, there are no really good bagels here.
No.
There are some decent Jewish delis.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah. Have you seriously?
I haven't gone to any.
Okay, well, legitimately the best one is Langer's, which is in MacArthur Park.
Yeah, I don't go there. I get my nails done over there though.
Well, it's wild. You know this place is a fucking good restaurant where it's been there since like the early 1900s, and the whole neighborhood. You've been to MacArthur Park. It is not a neighborhood that should be supporting a Jewish deli, right?
No.
But it is still there, and they're only open till 3 p.m.
So it's a real Jewish deli.
Yeah. But like, they're in that neighborhood, thriving, and still managing to only stay open till 3 p.m. because they do enough business that they don't have to stay open later.
To go. Some like cow tongue sandwiches and stuff.
Oh yeah. Legit, like
Regula,
fucking legit pastrami.
Okay. You need to text me like all these food places because I don't know anything. I don't leave my apartment. I DoorDash everything. I'm like mildly agoraphobic. I'm like, if I'm not being fucked and getting paid, I'm not leaving my home.
I will text you a list. I will text you a list. And then Cantor's like is decent over on Fairfax.
I've never heard of any. Nothing sounds vaguely familiar.
So Cantor's has a lot of fucking history. It legitimately is like, because it was open 24/7 pre-pandemic, it's where a lot of people from like the Comedy Store, Guns N' Roses used to hang out in there back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I never heard of it.
It's over on Fairfax, a little south of Melrose. It's like, it's not the best Jewish deli food, but it's not bad. And they're still open 24/7, but the dining room's not 24/7 anymore, so you can order from the counter.
24/7 food's important. I just found out there's a 24/7 sub spot. It was like 999 subs or something, because I woke up at like 4 in the morning one day, like I usually do, and I was like, I want an Italian sub, because I love Italian subs. So at 4 in the morning, I was like, let me just see what's on like Postmates, and there was this 999 subs or something. It's like in Hollywood, I think, and it said 24/7 subs. I was like, did I die and go to heaven? I'm a sub that loves Italian subs. Like I'm a sub that's a slut for subs.
Yeah, that is one of the things that like initially turned me off on LA is like the lack of 24-hour food.
Right? Like it's a city. What?
Yeah, it's a major metropolitan city.
Yeah, I don't know. But as far as delis, there's a Uncle Polly's? Is that what it's?
I think so.
Right. There's one in Ventura in Studio City. I think that's what it's called. They have some really good sandwiches. Like they're really fucking good.
Yeah, Uncle Polly's Deli.
Yeah, so good.
Most of the late night eats are actually down in K-Town.
Oh yeah, I avoid K-Town.
Why?
Because there's no parking, and I don't like to walk by myself at night.
Well, Uber to the door.
That's just effort. Why do that when you can DoorDash and not get out of bed or put on clothes? Because if I'm home, I'm naked. That's the biggest reason I don't leave my house is if I'm home, I'm naked 100% of the time. My one wall is all window, and it faces another apartment complex. And I have like my little cat window perches, like where they just lay out. So I moved into my place like 3 years ago, right? I have not shut my blinds in 3 years. So everyone on the other apartment building knows to keep their blinds shut because I'm gonna be naked. I'm the naked neighbor.
That's weird that they're mad at that.
All I know is I've never seen anyone's blinds open. They're always closed because mine are always open, and I do not wear clothes if I'm home.
Maybe they're all naked too, and they're just a little bashful.
No, we should all be naked together. Let's have a little naked party.
Well, I agree,
Yeah.
but maybe they're bashful. Maybe they don't work in adult entertainment, and maybe they're afraid of showing the goods.
I don't know. I was a massive whore before I got into adult entertainment.
Well, you're special.
That's a word for it.
It's the word I'm using.
We'll stick with it.
We're sticking with that one.
Yeah, for YouTube's sake.
You know, maybe they're a little bashful. They're just like, no.
And that's okay. But like, sorry, you definitely see like my gaping asshole from my apartment. Like, I don't know.
It's a thing.
Yeah. But the blinds aren't going to shut because I'm not taking down my window purchase for my cats. And my life literally revolves around the comfortability of my children. Because my cats are my daughters. So if anything mildly inconveniences my cats, it's not happening. So like, sorry, everyone sees me naked, but my cats deserve their window purchase.
Once again, this is something that you regularly charge for, so I don't know why. You know, you're apologizing to them. You're like, yo, this normally costs.
Fair.
What are you upset about? This is normally a paid service.
And you get it for free just because I'm a crazy cat mom.
Right?
I'm an insane cat mom. In my trunk right now is a stroller that I bought for my cats.
That is ridiculous.
But okay, hear me out. So when I take them to the vet, there's like the parking lot in the back, and I have to walk like around the block to get to inside the vet. And my cats don't have like two different carriers. Like there's just a big dog kennel because they like to snuggle and they scream if they're not snuggling. So like they have to be together. So it's this big dog crate or whatever that I like prop up on my hip, but then they start walking around and it's a big pain in the ass. So I got this stroller so I can just like stroll them around the block. But maybe I'll take them for walks. I haven't used it yet. But they do have leashes. I'll take them like to the beach sometimes or like out to lunch. I'm a dog person.
I do love this dedication to two animals that you're wildly allergic to.
I taught them tricks.
What tricks did you teach them?
So they come when I call their name. Every time I open the front door, they're both sitting at the front door looking up at me. They know how to sit on command. They know how to stand up for treats, and they know how to wait for treats.
You just should have taught them how to, fucking use a toilet. And
You joke. I'm saving up to be able to afford a tutu. Like, I'm in a studio right now, but I want them to have their own bedroom and their own bathroom, and I want to toilet train them because there's like kits for it. So one day they will be toilet trained, and if not, they have their $1,000 ship box.
Nicer than anything I've ever shat in.
Right? Same. If I could fit in it.
Yeah, but the problem is the minute you shit in it, they'll stop shitting in it, and
No.
cats get territorial about that shit.
But it cycles, so they wouldn't know.
I think they'll be able to smell it.
I don't know. It cleans out really well. Because my cat, so there's a saying, the cuter the cat, the stinkier the poos. And I have really cute cats. And I live in a studio apartment, which is another reason I don't shoot there much. But it cycles, so it cleans it up pretty quick.
Any plans to upgrade the apartment like soon?
When I can afford it one day. So in like 5 years.
Oh.
No, in like 2 years.
You're killing it. How?
Damn, I
I'd love
everyone thinks porn people make a lot more money than they do.
Well, fair. I work in this industry. I know what people realistically make.
Yeah, which means I live in a studio apartment.
Yeah.
But it also means no roommates. Because I'd rather live in a shoebox of an apartment than ever live with another human being ever again.
As someone who was just living with someone in here until October 1st, I agree with you.
Because my thing is, it's not that I do hate people, but I'm an insane cat mom. Like, my kids are my everything. So I can't have someone live with us unless they're going to treat my cats like I would, and no sane human would. I don't expect that of any sane human being. So, like, I can't have a roommate. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Priorities.
No.
Plus, living with other humans sucks.
Not to. But, like, they have to know, like, even though there's 2 humans living here, it's not our apartment. It's the cat's apartment. We're just paying so they can live here. Like, all the space is theirs. They will scratch up all the furniture. They will do everything. There will be toys everywhere. It's their home.
Yeah, literally, you're going to have to eventually move some dude in who's in love with you.
No.
Because that would be the only person who would be willing to put up with that kind of shit.
Yeah, but if I was actually into someone, I wouldn't.
Oh, no. I'm not saying you're into them. I'm saying they're in love with you.
Yeah, but, like, if that means I would, like, be into them at some, like, respect, right?
I mean, it's your life. I don't know.
Like,
then, I could be
they couldn't. Because, like, if I'm into someone, I can only see them, like, once every 2 weeks, or like once a month. Like, if I'm into someone, I can't see you that often, or else I'll get sick of you. Like, so I'm poly. I have like 2 boyfriends right now. One of them lives on the other side of the country, and one of them I see, like, lives right here, and I see like once a month.
Well, I mean that's most LA relationships. I feel like.
Because it's like I love talking to people and like texting, but like, because work involves having so many people inside of me and like just so much other people's energy, I'm like, I need my isolation time or I will die.
Oh, that makes sense.
So yeah, I'm like, it's nothing personal. I just I need, like, I can only date people that know I need my space.
It's like, you know what you signed up for, dude.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, I would say men, women, non-binary folks, just as long as you know I need my space and like my isolation time, let's date. Like,
it's like we'll pencil you in once a month.
Yeah, like if I vibe with someone, I vibe with someone, and if they want to call it dating, I'm like, sweet, we're dating. Like,
that's so submissive of you. You're like, oh yeah, you can put the label on this. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's hilarious to me. It's just like you're like, oh yeah. As long as you give me my space, you can call this whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Like, as long as we get where we're each at, like, you feel however you want to feel, and I'll feel however I want to feel, as long as we're both, like, okay with how the other person feels and not, like, whatever, yeah.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, right? Like, when you're involved with someone, like, everyone should be happy with the situation.
Right? Like, one thing I never understood is monogamy. Because in my head, it's like, well, if you truly care about someone, you should want them to be happy and explore whatever it's going to be in life that makes them happy. And just because someone has a connection with someone else, it doesn't detract from the fact that they have a connection with you. Like, it's 2 totally unrelated things. Like,
Yep.
you should want them to be as fulfilled as possible.
In an ideal world, yes.
Like,
But a lot of people just, one, sex and intimacy strangely equals the same thing for them, which is generally giant hypocrisy, because it's like, as a dude, it's like, oh, no, you're supposed to put numbers up. Like, there's plenty of people that, you bang and there's zero intimacy there. Like,
that's me.
that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, oh, well, it's intimacy like the minute the partner's having sex with other people. Like, well, it hurts my intimacy. Like, it's just a weird, like, fucking...
It's still like ownership kind of thing. It's like, this is an adult. It's a human being. You don't own them. You can't control them. Like, if you care about someone truly, you should want them to be happy. That's it. Like, but I've personally never experienced the emotion of jealousy. I've never felt an inkling of jealousy in my entire life. I just can't wrap my mind around it. Like, I know it's a legitimate human emotion. Maybe it's the tism in me, but I can't wrap my brain around it. I'm like, they're their own cognizant human being. Like, they have their own self-autonomy. We're not like...
Well, that's why it's an emotion, not a logical thing. Because if you take a step back and actually think about it consciously, jealousy rarely makes any fucking sense.
It does, but also like like autism and being logical, it's like, I have friends that make fun of me so much because they'll like make a joke and I'll be like, no, da-da-da. They're like, I was joking. Like, stop taking everything so literally. And I'm like, I'm autistic. I take everything literally. Like, I know you're joking, but I still have to say something on it.
Right? Like, this is how this registers. This is how this hits.
Yeah. I'm like, I know you're joking and I'm going along with it, but also I have to say like the logical part of it.
No, for sure. For sure. But
so why aren't I level 2?
We'll get you there. We'll figure out a way.
Just bonk me enough.
We'll get you some rough sex, bang your head against some headboards.
Right? I should be enough pile.
You can say pile driver.
It like beeped.
Yeah. That means this is switching over to the second file on the SD card.
Yeah, enough pile driver and I should get there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I ever tell you how I pinched? Speaking of pile driver,
no, we never got how you actually pinched your neck.
I also have ADHD, so.
Oh my God, that never happens on the show. I may have it too. I don't know. Maybe just...
That's why it's a spectrum. We've all got it somewhere. But yeah, so I pinched a nerve in my neck like 3 or 4 times. The last time was from sneezing because I'm an old son of a bitch. But the few times...
You were born in 96. You were not old.
I know, but...
I was in high school in 96.
There's a lot of hoeing in my ears, so it adds a lot to my body. I know I'm such a
it's such a hard life. I've been dicked down so much. I've had so much pussy in my mouth. It's such a hard life. Woe is me. Woe is me. It's so bad. Anyways, you were saying.
So back to pinching the nerve in my neck from masturbating. So my thing is, I'll masturbate for like 3-4 hours at a time. Like, consistently, I'll just be like coming and coming and coming and coming.
100 times.
So like every time I come, so when I masturbate, like actually I have to have like my knees to my chest. Like
a fetal position?
Sort of.
But you're not on your side?
No, like I'm on my back and it's like knees to my chest and then like vibrator on my clit. Like, cause like pushes the pelvic floor down.
I'm sure you've never seen The Big Lebowski.
A long time ago. I remember loving it. It's
okay, because there's a scene where The Big Lebowski, or
the
dude, wow, I've been drinking. The dude makes love to Maud, and then right after they bang, she like puts her knees to her chest.
Well, that's like a pregnancy thing. That's a whole other thing.
Right, but I'm just picturing a similar position.
Yeah, but so when your knees are to your chest, it pushes your pelvic floor down. So like, I don't know, it's just easier for me to come that way. Like, I can't imagine coming any other way, like by myself. So yeah, I'm like hunched over in like vertical fetal position or whatever you want to call it, coming like 300 to 400 times. And every time I come, I'm like crunching over and like, it's like yeah. So we
gotta get you a neck brace for your fucking masturbatory. You gotta have like your masturbation suit. Like, put your neck brace on.
I just need to have someone fucking me constantly. That way, like I'm not injuring myself from chronic masturbation.
But you only want to see people like once a month. Like, you would need to either get a much larger roster, or I don't know what your plan is here.
I don't either.
Obviously.
But also, I need my isolation time. So it's like, I don't know. What? Like my dream scenario would be like someone fucks me while I sleep, while whatever. Like, I don't want to be an active participant. I want to be sleeping or chilling or just like not having to do anything. Like, just fuck me off. Like, that's it. That's all I want. Like, yeah. Like, if I ever, like, last night I fell asleep next to a guy after we fucked for a bunch. And then, like, I was like, by the way, because, like, it was our first time fucking. I was like, yeah, just like, even though, like, I'm asleep, because I don't usually sleep next to people, but it was late. So I was like, yeah, if you ever want to, like, even if I'm sleeping, just like spit on it and shove it in. And like, even if I'm asleep, like, I'm cool with it. Just like go to town, just use me whenever.
That's very kind of you, like effectively first date free use.
Yeah, like I'm such a slut for like I said, I'm a pervert. Like everyone like talks about like gooning and shit, and like that's like the new trend nowadays. And I'm like, I was a gooner before I knew what that shit. Like I don't know like because I know it's like a culture, and I'm not part of that shit because it just seems complicated. But
I don't even know what it is.
it's like the people that edge themselves a bunch and masturbate a bunch, but there's like all like the cartoony edits and stuff, like on Twitter. Like I don't know. It's a
These are rabbit holes I've never fallen down.
You know, gooning is a whole culture, but it's a lot of effort to be in that. So I'm not like in it, but like I am a gooner at my core. I'm like, I will edge I wake up most mornings and like edge myself, and that's how I start my day. Like when I'm like half asleep, I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like there's just, yeah, I'm just a pervert.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's not.
I'm also gonna go buy firstdatefreeuse.com real quick.
You know what?
Buy the domain firstdatefreeuse because that's
that's if it doesn't exist yet,
that's a good name for a series.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Here we are just bouncing ideas off each other.
Well, let's see if this is a available domain. It is an available domain.
How has no one thought of that yet? Well, I guess I'm not the normal whore, I guess. I'm a special type of whore.
But that's the series that someone should make that I'm probably not going to get off my ass and make. So you can have it.
Thank you.
You're like, this is what I do in real life. You're trying to turn my fucking real life into art, motherfucker. Like,
don't appropriate my culture. My culture is not your costume or whatever But I saw there was like the new leggings that's popular in Japan where it's like regular like nude like skin colored leggings but like red knees, and someone, I forgot what performer, but someone tweeted like, don't appropriate my culture and my culture's not, something like that, because it's like honies. I was like, yeah.
But sex work is super legal there, so I mean, I think we're more appropriating their culture.
Right.
Like, sex work's really legal there, and their industry is actually larger than ours.
And it's more like, I saw a video on, maybe it was YouTube or Facebook or something, I don't know. But it was like in Japan, and there was like an interviewer asking all these like married women about like if their husband saw a prostitute, and they were all cool with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, escort away, bitches. Like, yeah. I love that. Like, yeah, let your like, y'all should do your things.
Like, just don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, like apparently it's super normal in Japan for people to see escorts. Like, it's just like,
oh no, it's
I'm like, this is amazing.
It is perfectly legal to do anything but vaginal penetration.
Wait, what?
Anything but vaginal.
No, I heard what?
Yeah, that's the law.
So like only anal?
Or blowies, yeah.
Because like there's states here where like technically anal is illegal.
Right. But I'm talking about like as paid sex work.
Oh.
Like, it's perfectly legal to go see escorts and see sex workers in Japan. Sorry, audience, I failed. I talk about Japan a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been 3 times. Like,
I've always wanted to go to Japan. I want to go hiking there. It looks beautiful.
It's an amazing place that my audience is super sick of hearing me talk about.
Okay, well, we'll stop then. But
I'm sorry. Like, literally, someone on my Patreon last week was like, is there a single episode where you don't talk about Japan? I'm like, ugh.
We almost made it.
I almost made it.
I fucked up. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to stop before I will bother you with it off air.
I'll say, text me all the go-to knowledge because I want to go.
I will.
Yeah.
So, of all the places I've gone in the world, it's the only place I've gone to multiple times.
So is it your favorite place or?
Like, Tokyo's amazing.
I was hoping that I'd be able to say, like, so what's your favorite place? And it'd be something else to get us off the Japan topic for you, but...
No, but I've been on a bunch of other rad places. Like, Cuba was fucking rad.
Oh.
Havana was a wild place.
I know they have, like, all, like, a bunch of old cars there, which seems pretty cool.
They have a bunch of old cars. Internet access isn't really a thing.
Well, it's also, like, a dictatorship, so...
Yeah. But a dictatorship that really likes tourism, so...
So what you're saying is fuck everyone that lives there, but if you're a tourist, it's okay.
The people are on. It's a weird scene because people, though it's a communist dictatorship, at the street level, it's hyper capitalism. Like, cabs don't have meters. You negotiate with every cabbie.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do that. I'm a horrible negotiator.
Well, yeah, they just tell you the price then.
Yeah, I'm like, I know, even if I know I'm overpaying for something, I'm like, just take my money.
Well, and we bought rum out of some dude's garage.
So like, fuck, what's that?
Like moonshine?
Yeah, Cuban moonshine.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I did not personally witness it. I only got to taste the after effects.
The after effects?
Well, because my friends ran out to grab lunch for us at our Airbnb, and they came back with like fucking water bottles full of rum.
Wait, they have Airbnbs in Cuba?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I thought, can you go to Cuba now, or do you need...
So I went in 2017, right before Obama left office. They loosened restrictions on going to Cuba.
Okay.
Legally, you have to declare to the State Department you're going for one of 11 reasons.
Yeah,
I went for journalism.
I was like, I know like journalism's like the main one.
I did 2 podcasts while I was there.
Ah.
I brought all my recording gear. Whew, yeah. It was a shit show. Me and a bunch of drunk civilian friends trying to do a podcast. It was.
I mean, you obeyed the law. As
Yep.
long as you recorded something, you're good.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be good. You didn't have to post it, but
I didn't.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, they're rough.
That's for the memories.
Yeah. And the SD cards are dumped somewhere, but it's just like, oof, yeah.
Just in some like dusty old box, just like brush it off.
Oh no, they're sitting on a hard drive
Webs.
somewhere. I made sure to dump them. I still have the audio. It's just like, oh yeah, this is real drunk and real not good.
You should like release it in like a few years.
It may become Patreon bonus content at some point if I get motivated enough to edit it.
Hell yeah.
Because I think there was a fair amount of using my legal name while people were drunk, and
Well, then you just beep.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone loves a shit show.
Oh, I mean, that's why they tune into this.
Are we a shit show?
Are we not?
So much.
They went to get us food and like they saw a garage door open. Bunch of people go in. A few minutes later, door closed. A few minutes later, people come out. So they go to investigate, and like this dude is just selling fucking bootleg rum out of his fucking garage, and he's like, "Try a little." And if you go blind, it's on you.
Fair.
But it was bring your own bottle. So like they dumped out the water bottle.
7-Eleven day.
Yeah, they like dumped out their water bottles and filled it with the rum from this dude's thing. It was like $1.75 for a 2-liter of rum.
Oh hell yeah, we getting blackout.
Yeah.
Moisturize my lips 1 second.
It's all good. Yeah, it wasn't the best rum in the world, but for $1.75 for a 2-liter.
If there's alcohol in it and it's not gonna kill you, $1.75 is pretty sweet.
I'm not sure it wasn't going to kill us. I'm not positive on that. But it was a magical fucking place. Just everyone's on a hustle. A lot of amazing food.
I mean, you gotta be when your government doesn't allow you to make your own money.
Well,
Talk about certain songs or anything.
Yeah.
Ugh, I feel so bad.
everyone there was really cool.
Good.
And one of the things that they have going on there that's really awesome is restaurantes particulares, which are state-sponsored restaurants in people's homes.
What?
Like you'll be just in a residential neighborhood and you'll see a house like covered in lights, and it will be a restaurant set up in someone's house.
Oh, sweet.
And they're sponsored by the state, so they're perfectly legal. And it was just like a lot of really good eating. Like we tried to eat it.
I mean, home cooking. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we tried to eat at those as much as we could. Because it's just like, oh, this is some random restaurant in a neighborhood in some dude's house. Like,
Right, so you know it's going to be good.
yeah, it was rad. Just like one of the days we went to the beach, it was like they brought us set up a table and brought us lobsters out to the beach for like $13 a head. The exchange
Can I
rates.
be a journalist? Like, damn.
Yeah, sign the affidavit.
I can't. The government hates me because I'm a whore.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
was
cross
just,
borders.
it legitimately like was a piece of paper I signed and left with Delta. I don't think it ever actually made it to the State Department.
Fair.
It was fine.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an amazing trip. And just no internet for 10 days. It's like, oh.
That's amazing. That's a vacation.
Right.
Like, oh, I hate the internet.
My phone was literally just my camera for the whole trip.
Amazing. I just want to like go off into like the wilderness somewhere for a week and just detox, like just technology, because I didn't realize how much of this career is being on my phone.
It is.
And I'm like, I just want to break from technology. Let me be naked in the woods somewhere. Like,
so you should definitely go to Cuba because then you have no excuse. Like, you just, if you want to get on the internet there, you either have to be in a resort or you, and I think the Trump administration made it so it's not legal to stay at resorts anymore because the government owns the resorts. You can stay at Airbnbs because those are owned by Cuban citizens.
But are they really?
Fucked if I know. I mean, at the end of the day, we paid $540 a night for a 10-bedroom, 11-bath place with a pool and a staff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to Cuba.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing. Absolutely.
I guess finding a travel buddy.
I'll go.
Sweet, let's go to Cuba.
You're like, I've known this dude for an hour and a half. Yeah, I'll go to fucking third world country with no internet with him.
You got good vibes.
Yay.
Plus, it's documented. Like, if I don't come back,
I won't leave Cuba.
no.
They can't extradite me. I live here now.
Valid point. But would you do that to my cats?
No.
Exactly. You're like, fuck me, but like, would you do that to the kitties?
No. Plus, I want to have internet eventually.
Like, yeah, I'm not going to murder you just because I want internet.
No. I'm definitely not going to murder you because I want internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No other reason.
Or that I'm not a murderer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the primary reason. The internet's pretty not a low secondary, but it's a secondary.
There.
But it was also really nice to like kick it old school. Like, hey, we're meeting up here at 7:00. Like, you have to actually show up and be there because you have no way to communicate with the rest of your friends if you don't fucking show up.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds cool.
Hell, when I got in the country, like I got in hours before everybody else. Like, I just had to bum at the airport bar till my other friends landed.
I mean, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's just like, I guess I'm gonna get some currency. I'm gonna buy some beers, and
Currency at the airport.
you have to there.
Oh,
You can't legally get Cuban currency outside of Cuba.
really?
Yep.
Is the conversion rate like a total bitch at the airport though? Like,
Oh, it's a shit. Like, sorry to the audience that's heard this before. The Cuban currency is a shit show all around. So there are two national currencies.
I'd say, what do they use?
They use Cuban pesos, but there are two types of Cuban pesos.
Okay.
There's the Cuban convertible peso, which is always 1-to-1 with USD.
Okay.
Then there is the actual Cuban peso, which is what fluctuates on the world market.
So wait, why?
So the convertible peso is the tourist money.
Ethereum or whatever, like.
Well, it's the tourist money. Like, if you're in tourist areas, they're only accepting the convertible pesos. The rub on that is a 3% surcharge to exchange any currency in Cuba. On top of that is an additional 10% to exchange USD.
So it's like 13% just to have money?
Right. So it's actually...
Well, can you use a credit card? Like, do they?
No.
There's no cards?
There's no cards.
Well, I guess if there's no internet, yeah.
Yeah, there's no cards. U.S. banking is not allowed there. Like, if you're a British national or a Canadian national, you could use cards there. But
yeah, but America's...
Yeah.
We're a problematic country.
Well, we've only embargoed them for like 60 years. So, yeah, I understand why my credit card's not going to work there.
Yeah.
What I did before I went down there is I exchanged to British pounds here. And then exchanged pounds when I got into Cuba.
Does that make for a better conversion rate?
Well, because I didn't have to eat the 10%.
Oh, it's only USD.
Smart. So I ate the 3%. I, of all my friends, also got a lot more of the local pesos because we weren't staying at a resort. We were staying at an Airbnb out in a neighborhood. And you can only get the national pesos at like a local bank.
Okay.
So I exchanged a bunch there, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're exchanging too much." I'm like, half the restaurants we went out to, I'm like, "Nope, I got the actual like Cuban money."
Yeah.
And restaurants, if we paid in convertible pesos in like a residential area, they would charge us the 3% on the tab because it's apparently 3%.
Why is there not just one?
Because a lot of their economy comes from Canadian and like other tourists. and the average Cuban makes like 40 US a month.
Oh, fuck.
So it's wild.
40 a month?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's why it's like weird hyper-capitalism at street level. Like
I would give them all my money. Like, what? I'm like, charge me whatever you want. Like, take it.
But like, we took a cab, and like, we took a legitimate cab, but we ended up going through a checkpoint where they had to verify that that was a legitimate cab, because there's a lot of people like just out here gypsy cabbing it for.
Good, let them make their money.
Well, the government's not about that life.
I know.
And we did do that.
Yeah.
Because we were downtown Havana, our Airbnb is out in the neighborhood, and we're trying to convince a cab to give us a ride back to the Airbnb, and just like, they weren't doing it. And one of my friends who speaks Spanish is like, oh, this guy will take you. We're like, awesome. And we walked to the dude's car. It's just a dude with a car. But we paid him 20 US for the ride. Like, if the average salary is 40 US a month, like, it's worth the risk.
Yeah, honestly though, like, if the average salary is like 40 a month, I would go there. I would just be like, here's 5 months or whatever. Like, just take all my money. Like, because 40 in, like, I spent more than on my breakfast today. Like,
Probably spent more than that on the Uber here.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, like, it's not detrimental to me. So yes, take all my money. Like, take it. But I'm also one of those people where I don't travel much because I don't want to go to a country if I don't know the basics of a language, because I think it's really fucked up when, like, especially Americans go to another country and expect people to speak English.
I agree. I'm
like, you're a piece of shit.
So I'm a little wrong. It's an average of like $234 a month, right? Still, it's fucking nothing.
Like, I spent more than that on like cheese this month. Like,
right. I'm not rolling out of bed for a job for less than that for a day.
Yeah. For an hour.
Well, you make much more than I do, apparently. But no one's penetrating me, at least for money.
This is true. I do take a lot.
Right.
But my holes are sturdy.
Right. You have much more value in that situation than I do.
Some sturdy and moist income holes.
But it's still like, it's very low.
Yeah. Like, anyone that offered me any service, even if someone, like, I asked for directions, I'd be like, $240 or whatever you said. Like, take it for like directions. Like,
well, hell. And like, it makes sense for someone to be like, yeah, 10% of my month's salary to give these people a 20-minute ride, even if it's illegal.
Yeah.
That's worth the risk.
Because, I don't know, I'm very like, if you're a tourist, don't just do the bare minimum. Like, do everything you can to help out the locals. Like, I don't like to do tourist shit. I'm like, let me support local businesses. Like, let me know the basics of the language, or at least try. Like,
oh yeah, I always try to learn some phrases at least.
I will like gladly let someone overcharge me for anything. I'm like, I know they're charging me like 10 times more than they should, but take my money. This is not my country. Like,
it depends on where I'm at. Like, Western Europe, I'm not really about.
Well, yeah, if it's like,
yeah, like some shady cabbie in fucking Paris, I'm like, nah, man, you guys make about as much as we do.
Yeah, like if it's like equal, but like if it's not, yeah.
Yeah, well, I in like Cuba, it was cool to like help people, but it was like in Colombia, it was like definitely had some shady cabbies who were trying to drive in circles to run up the fare. It's like, well, you're trying to take advantage now. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel as good about that.
Yeah, no, because it's like, be a good person and then like good things happen to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm a big karma person.
I would happily go back to Cuba. It was such a good time.
Let's fucking go.
All right. Well, can we even get direct flights anymore? Because like when I went in February 17, it was like when they first opened direct flights from the US to Cuba. And I don't know if the Trump administration completely locked that down, because we were really afraid about that. We booked it while Obama was still in office. And then Trump was because of the South Florida, Cuban refugee situation.
And him being a piece of shit. Oh, what?
There's that too. Like, may have locked it back down, because I know.
Yeah, isn't he like running again?
He is.
But didn't he get impeached twice?
Holy shit.
What?
Fucking flights to Havana are only $472.
That's cheaper than going to Florida.
I know.
Let's go to Cuba.
All right.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Oh, okay. So.
Unless it's like Spirit.
No, it's on Delta.
Okay.
I mean, so Delta has a long layover.
But where?
Let's.
And how long?
They're saying it's a 1 day, 3 hour fucking.
But where?
Oh well. Delta has one that is stopping in
Like Dallas or something?
SLC and then Miami, and then
Oh, there's multiple.
or there's one that has a long Miami layover.
Oh yeah, I would not. So I'm from Florida, so I'm like burn Miami to the ground. Like it's a trash ass city. I hate it.
I was stuck in Hialeah for 6 months at one point, so I'm not a huge Southern Florida fan. Apparently, all the Delta flights have at least one layover in Miami.
Yeah, no, I'd rather. Yeah, no. My thing is, I've always compared like I'm not a Vegas person either. Like to me, Vegas is desert Miami, and Miami is moist ass, ratchet ass Vegas. Like they're all just like trashy, dirty, overpriced cities.
So,
like Fashion Nova cities.
Vegas is a very different place when you live there. I lived there for a couple of years, and it's a very different place when you actually live there.
See, I've never explored Vegas.
It's a giant suburb once you get away from the Strip.
Well, yeah, like Henderson and all that.
Yeah, but it's the whole city is super suburban.
Huh.
It's like subdivisions, strip malls. It's super suburban. It's honestly my biggest beef with it was A, it being super suburban, B, it's just a rough town to meet new people in.
Because it's like spread out, or
well, it's spread out. People are either very cliquish or very transient, and the people that are cliquish are being cliquish because they expect you to be transient.
Yeah, can't do that.
Like I legally lived there for 3 years. I was on the road a fucking lot during that, but I maybe met a handful of people I didn't know before I moved there, and even fewer of them that weren't in the industry. I'm like, I think it's a point that like you should have some civilian friends.
Oh, without like, I don't really have any actual friends in the industry. I think I have like 2 or 3 maybe at most, but I believe in a strong like separation of church and state. Keep your business one place and your like personal life else.
I don't disagree. I definitely have some friends in the industry, and like I value a lot of them, but there definitely needs to be like some civilian friends that call you on your shit.
Oh yeah, like you can't just get wrapped up all in one world because then you lose touch of reality.
Exactly. Apparently, these Havana flights are also $235 cheaper than normal. So,
why? Because it's the day before Thanksgiving.
I mean, this is
what are you looking for?
I'm looking on Black Friday. Like these are under $500 flights on Black Friday.
So it's gonna get cheaper?
They're currently low, is what the internet is saying.
Why would they be low on Black? It's like travel.
Well, people, I don't know, man. Like
it's a holiday.
I guess people don't go to Cuba on.
Huh.
Could fly on American for less, and have one stop in. It's always a stop in Miami.
Ugh. I mean, it makes sense, but like,
when I flew, I had a direct flight from JFK down there.
Wow.
But apparently, like the routes.
There's not many direct flights anywhere anymore. Like, I don't know why.
But the American flight only has a 2-hour layover in Miami, so it's like, don't leave the airport.
Yeah. I don't know. I have an American credit card, so.
I'm a Delta frequent flyer, is why I was.
American's not great, but it's just the first credit card for an airline I got, so I just stuck with it.
I had so much with Delta is just because like that's when I was traveling full time. That's the airlines I had the most miles with. When corporate's like, oh, start booking your own fucking flights. I'm like, okay, well, all my miles were Delta. Delta it is.
Yeah, I don't know how other airlines are, but I know American, if you sit priority, which you get for free if you have the credit card, or if you're on like the wing, you get free alcohol the whole flight. I don't know if all airlines are like that.
Delta's like that on priority for internet. No, all priority these days.
You don't get free internet, but you get free alcohol the whole flight, which is the important part.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. As someone who's gotten trashed on many flights in his life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I don't know if we're getting close to cutting or what. I have to blow open my nose.
And we're back. Nicole has less fluids in her.
Yes, my sinuses are all nice and cleared out.
Woohoo.
Super hot.
I was just going to leave it at fluids.
I'm sure it's a fetish, right?
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah, like whenever I'm stuffy nosed, I'm like, should I like make like a voice recording or voice note or whatever for like the people that are like, oh yeah, let me jerk off to your.
I'm sure somebody would be fucking into it.
If I don't take my Zyrtec twice a day, then Yeah.
Well, apparently, Nicole and I are going to go to Havana.
I'm so excited.
I haven't been in 6 years, so.
I've never been. I just need to find someone to watch my cats.
Wonder if I could find the Airbnb we stayed at like last. I mean, it was way too big for 2 people.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
I mean, it was amazing because it came with a staff. Like they made us breakfast every morning.
Fuck it, let's do it.
I mean, $540 a night's a little out of my budget. But
Yeah.
like, sorry, $5 or $270-ish a night, and it's just like, we have like fucking all these extra rooms. But yeah, legitimately, it came with the staff. They made us breakfast every morning. Like we had security/bartenders at night.
But like all the alcohol and food was included in the 2 something a night?
No, so we had to like. They said we could have settled up at the end of the week.
Okay.
But we were like, since we cannot get more cash, we want to settle up daily.
Oh yeah.
So we'd end up spending like between breakfast and all the alcohol at night, like an extra $30 a day on shit there.
No.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they were charging us like $1 a beer. And like breakfast.
We getting wasted.
Oh yeah, a lot of getting drunk in Cuba. It was like we were spending like $7 in breakfast, which included fresh cut fruit and like fresh juices and shit like that. It was like $7 US for this breakfast.
Amazing. I love like a nice, like solid breakfast.
No, it was super rad. The only shit part was water pressure sucked.
Washcloth.
Yeah.
As long as it gets wet, that's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what we did. That and a lot of lounging in the pool. It's like, gotta rinse off and jump in the pool. And
I get tan super fast. I just don't go outdoors. I'll come back like 7 shades darker. It'll be great.
Proving that you're of the desert people.
I'm not. I'm Polish Russian.
At one point, when we're, driven out of Judea.
No, that whole thing.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
Damn Romans.
Rome?
Oh yeah.
I don't know the history. I honestly don't.
I don't need to start, because the minute I start diving into that, people will be like, modern.
Well, actually.
Well, and just modern, to talk about like modern shit.
Yeah. We're talking about a historical standpoint.
Right. But yeah, it was one of the Jewish rebellions against the Roman Empire that like drove a lot of.
Oh, I didn't know about the Romans.
Yeah.
I just know like Egypt.
Yeah, from the Torah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Exodus. That's
I'm an atheist Jew. I'm just like
same.
my whole family are all just atheist Jews. We're only Jewish for the sake of Jew food. That's it.
Oh, as I like to say pretty often, I'm an entertainment Jew. Like, are we in a meeting right now? I'm Jewish. Well,
you gotta.
Yeah. Otherwise.
Yeah. This is Hollywood.
Exactly.
What Kanye say?
Exactly.
Don't cancel me.
But give us a lot of views before you do.
I mean, there are a lot of Jews in Hollywood.
There are.
It's just a fact. Like, it's not like I don't know exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure he just said Jews run Hollywood, right?
We do.
Right? I'm like, it's just a fact. Like, there's a lot. Like,
yeah, we do. It's cool.
Like, that's not like an anti-Semitic statement. Like, I mean, he said a lot of fucked up shit, but like that.
I mean, he made a bunch of anti-Semitic statements.
But that specific statement coming from 2 Jews, that was.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Yeah, that. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do. My first entertainment lawyer was like, "Oh, you're Jewish? Yeah. There's just something about this business that just attracts our people." Just like, yeah, and it was really refreshing to be like, "Oh yeah, this gives me a leg up with my fucking entertainment lawyer because I'm a member of the tribe."
Right, like I need to start using like the Jew connection thing because like network. I'm like, yeah, I was bat mitzvahed. I have a Hebrew name. Like,
you're better off than I did. I never had my bar mitzvah.
So for my Torah reading, like I never really learned how to read Hebrew. Like I was in like Hebrew school my whole childhood, but like for like the Torah reading of the bat mitzvah, I like transliterated it. So like it was just like English, but like the pronunciation. Yeah. So
I'm a Hebrew school dropout.
Aw, Hebrew school dropout.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't have a choice.
Well, that whole like, being neglected thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this, so I'm not.
I remember very specific, like a very vivid like memory from my childhood would be Hebrew school. I asked my Hebrew school teacher, "What if I don't believe in God?" When I was like 8. Apparently, you weren't supposed to say that. That's probably the first sign of being autistic, to be honest.
Like, this doesn't logically make sense.
Yeah, I got in trouble. I was like, "What did I do wrong?"
You questioned authority.
I know, and I have been since.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Nicole, it is about that time we're going to call last call on this motherfuckers.
All right. I feel like we discussed many topics. Like, we covered a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the show rolls.
Yeah.
It goes all over the place.
Yeah.
But before we get you out of here and us plan a vacation off air, where can they find you on the things?
The Nicole Aria. Every website, every possible anything. Just look up the Nicole Aria. Same username for everything. You'll see a lot.
Look at that branding.
The Nicole Aria.
Well, until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Cheers.